Yo, 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 what's up, guys? What's going on, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. My fault for being a little late here. My fault, my fault, my fault. But we are just about to get started, guys. Give me 1 second here. All right. Whoa! Jesus, that was loud. Ready to see what they say about the Great League? I'm always ready, man. I'm always. Let's see what they got to say, man. It's about to get mad awkward. What's up, Michael? What's up? Taboo, what's up? We'll have to wait and see, man. It could. Spoder, what's up? Omni-Man enters. Yeah, no spoilers, obviously, for people who haven't watched it yet, man. But that Invincible finale, dude, holy fuck, man. Ooh, that's probably some of the greatest TV I've seen recently, man. Finally remembered to tune in at the beginning. What's up, James? How you doing, man? Yeah, that Invincible finale is unbelievable. Yo, Kieran, what's up, man? Top, what's going on? Hello, hello.
Happy Friday, everyone.
Oh,
Happy
no.
Friday.
That show was mind-blowing. Brooks, you're right.
Happy Friday.
It was so good, man. It was so good.
What's up, Dr. Bo? You know what our sign-on message is going to be.
Hello, Nina. What's up?
Remix, I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. Yeah.
Wait, episode 8 was the finale? Yeah, last night, or today, I should say, was the finale for Invincible, yeah.
Today, but we have Phil, we have Layla, we have you guys.
Hope everyone has their popcorn ready. What's up, Mr. Ton? How you doing? How you doing?
Fate Walker, you got it.
Man, I'm Graham. Ticked about the Mega Hive, one of my exotics. They, it's priority missions now. James, priority missions.
How are you guys?
Andy's volume is still messed up.
Having a good Friday. Good,
All right, hold on. I boosted it. I'm so worried about Phil.
With the 1337s, I love it.
I'm so worried about Phil. Let's see.
Bringing it back.
It's such a blast from the past for me.
Wait.
Like, I mean, Late was like
Let me
super
see.
cool for a while, like in the 90s, maybe early
Okay.
2000s.
Okay. They might be alright.
I guess it's like disco.
Can you turn the stream
coming
volume up a
back.
bit? Yeah, no worries.
Coming back. It's a Crystal Dynamics exclusive.
It's just Andy speaks so softly
travel
compared to like
machine
Phil, so
in
trying to
our
juggle their
chat.
two volumes.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
John Stewart Discord, I joined like 2 weeks
What's
ago and I
up?
can't message in
Alex
Discord. I could
gets
just
it.
view it. Go to rules,
Yeah,
go down to the
Alex gets
bottom,
it.
and there's an interaction on the Discord that you're supposed to click. You got to read the rules.
all right.
You got to read the rules.
So,
Those
first
didn't show up
off,
for me. I just got legendary gear.
everyone
Oh.
in chat, I want you guys to wish Layla.
If finale was dark,
happy
makes you question your
birthday.
worth as a Homo sapien. Dude, Billy, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. The
Happy
finale
belated
was
birthday,
crazy.
Layla.
Oh, happy birthday, Layla.
Thanks.
Wonder what crazy
Here we
shit
go.
you're gonna say for your birthday. No, I'm just
Aw.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
We love you, and I'm sure chat loves you too.
So at the bottom of rules, you scroll down.
and
You got to click this thing to be
a second
given access
weird
to the
thing, all right?
Discord.
So I know my mom is watching, and it's her
So-
birthday today. So I'm gonna say happy birthday to you, mom. That's
Happy
my shout
birthday,
out.
Andy's mom.
She will
Happy
appreciate
birthday.
What do we think, guys? Are they gonna
what's
talk
up
about the
for
leak?
Andy's mom?
I'm saying
Mom, if you're
no.
watching, there we go.
They're not gonna talk about it.
To you. But okay. So
Poor Mark and Debbie.
What is up, everyone? Apologies if my mind is a little all over the place today, but I mean it kind of usually is anyways. So I don't think that's
That's actually true.
a change at all.
Steven's acting in that episode was absolutely
All right,
flawless. Oh, I
so
agree.
let's
I
start
agree.
with just the things that are going on like right now. I think there's a lot of some changes here and there. I think there's some builds have been pushed over.
Andy,
these
I
past 2
can't- I
days.
can't
I guess the
Make
first
you louder,
update is,
dude. Thought there was like a time
we
limit
did
to it. No. You just gotta read the rules,
change
man. You just gotta scroll down and read the rules.
The priority missions so that they can reward, so they can temporarily.
Bro, Andy's
have
mom is watching. They can't ruin it by
Mega
showing one of the
rewards,
MC
and
leaked
that should be
MCs.
working properly now. I think as of 30 minutes to an hour ago, priority missions should be appearing on your war table now. If they weren't previously, there was a little small bug there, but please check your systems. If you're not seeing your priority missions, go ahead and turn off your system and turn it back on, and you should be able to see things now. If you are not, please let us know. Discord, Reddit, socials, anything, Twitch chat.
Proto,
You can
Jake,
also
what's
do
up?
Twitch
What's
chat.
going on, guys?
We're all here. So yeah.
Show us Tony.
As for our known issues with everything, Layla, Phil, did you want to talk about
I don't read
our known
rules. Rules are lame.
issues?
Rules are meant to be broken. Just don't break them in my
yeah,
Discord. Don't break my Discord rules.
I know one. I have one. So, we found today the bug with Black Widow when she's supposed to have glasses and she doesn't with some of her outfits. I think it's Infiltrator, if I'm not mistaken. So we finally
Outrider.
figured out. Outright. Okay, you're probably right. Anyways, we figured out why that was happening, and we also figured out the same issue was happening with one of the Hawkeye skins, so that's going to get fixed. I don't know which patch or when that's coming in, but somebody figured out how to solve it, so that should be happening soon.
Very cool. Can we farm the exotics from priority? I already got the first two. They did
well,
reset
I
them,
had
so
prepared
if you
a
did it
top
before the
5
reset,
to go over,
and now the reset, you should be
we
able to
stole
get 4
2 of
exotics
them,
this
so
week,
we'll have
right?
the top 3 instead.
Oh,
That's the priority mission
crud.
and the
I'll try my best, John. I can't promise
Oops,
anything.
I just ruined
Okay.
it.
I know. Oh,
I took one
freaking
also.
problems. Gosh,
Man.
you guys.
All right.
Yeah, so
Shut up
let's
next
go
time.
over the other 3. The Kate Bishop nameplate 069, nice, was given out previously already. Some of you noticed that, so we decided switch that out with KV068.
Okay.
So now that one is the new marketplace offering. So go pick that up in the marketplace for free. There is reports of the monatomic outfits having texture issues on PS5 and PC, and the team seems, I think they've pinpointed the problem, so they're now working on a fix for that. Thanks for reporting that to us. And extra shout out to Sonic for providing awesome comparison images of what it's supposed to look like versus what it actually looks like. And then the other thing is about the hero levels reset, which seems to also be affecting backup saves. It's a pretty terrible bug, honestly, and we're really sorry that you've encountered something. If you have, like, that's such a blocker like this. The team is still investigating this one, trying to, like, pin down the details of exactly how it happens, when it happens, and then why. So if you have encountered this problem, please send a ticket to our customer support and include a few things. It's a bit of a laundry list, so I'll also put this in chat as well. But when you report, obviously, you want to put your platform. Tell us what you were doing with the game before you encountered the issue. So, did you try to matchmake with somebody because that's how many people have encountered it, or were you doing something else entirely and you encountered this bug? If it's your online and or offline saves that have been affected by this, if you've tried reloading one of those backup saves, and then whether or not you were able to reload it, and then if you did try reloading those backup saves, if the problem persisted when you did load up that backup save. And then any pictures or video footage you have that you can send on the ticket would be super helpful as well. So again, I'll drop that in chat because it's a bit of a long list. Really sorry for those people affected by this, and please just keep telling us about it, send tickets, tell us on social and the Discord and stuff with as many details as you can. All right, that's it from me for now.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank
Layla.
you, guys. Thank you, Layla. Okay, so it's been an interesting week.
Here it go.
Been an interesting weekend. We are gonna
Talk about it.
talk about some things.
Yeah, there it is. There it
and
is.
Phil, back me up here. So
I got you.
so obviously,
Oh
things happen.
no.
Sure, everyone knows what's going on. But I will say, just because something looks aesthetically done doesn't mean it is functionally done. There's a lot of
Sure.
testing that needs to happen. It's a long testing process because there are so many variables with video games and development and everything. So we love the positivity coming from things. We love it. We love seeing it. It's great. But we just want to let you guys know that, again, just because something looks aesthetically done doesn't mean it's functionally done, but it will eventually be there. Phil, is there anything you want to say about that?
I mean, you said it
Crocodile,
pretty
what's up,
well.
man?
Keep in mind that a lot goes into making things for the game. So just because sometimes something visually looks like it's in good shape doesn't necessarily mean everything is ready for it. There's a lot that actually goes into it. So We don't hold things back because we've got some weird scheme about let's hold things away from people. Like, as like you bet like every time like we have something, we're like, when can we release? When can we release? Like we're super excited because we want you guys to see it. So just keep that in mind. Like we don't hold anything back just for funsies. It's literally just because they need work and they need testing and various things. Pretty much.
Yeah. Before we get into like some reveals, just a reminder, the Tachyon event is. I should have started with this.
They're talking about Red
On
Room
my
today,
list, it
guys.
says
Just
I'm
a heads up.
supposed to talk about the Tachyon event.
Shit.
But
Yeah,
Tachyon event's
they're
going
gonna talk
May
about Red
3rd,
Room as well
so
today.
A few more days for you guys to get your multiple hero shenanigans in. And then obviously we have a daily sale and the ongoing sale. We have the rest of the monatomic outfits on right now for this week. And I realized looking back at some
Spoder
of
is
the
such a clown, dude.
streams, I was saying monotromic outfits for some odd reason. I don't know why, but I know now it's monatomic outfits. So there's Hawkeye's right there. We are going to show off one of the outfits from the next outfit set that you can get starting off next week. Yeah, let's do it now.
Are they not showing MCU then? Since
It is called the
Are they not showing MCU?
Red Room outfit set.
Red Room. Oh, so Red Room's coming next week.
Spoilers, if that tells you at all what they're gonna look like.
Oh,
but
this is the one.
yeah,
This got
so
leaked.
just like the aerospace and just like the monatomic, the next outfit set is called the Red Room outfit set. So we are gonna show you.
This got
Black
leaked.
Widows.
Oh.
Hold on, I need to like.
This
give me,
sucks.
I realize
Wait.
I realize how far away my PS5 is. Give me like a minute.
I broke my PS5.
What?
Yeah, I'm being punished for having so much fun with it. I broke the HDMI port.
So
in the
are they?
back,
So
I
are
have to
they
send it to
not?
Sony to
So
get it
are they
fixed.
not showing MCU
Oh,
stuff
no.
then?
I know, right?
Like
I'm
that's the
so
question.
disappointed.
Like,
it's gonna take like a month before I can get it
has
back.
have they gone now 180 on their showing MCU skin this week?
No,
Uh-oh.
and actually, I was playing.
Well, wait and
Avengers,
see once they
and,
start talking about the Red
I
Room.
went
Let's
on my
wait and see.
PS4,
Let's
which
wait
had
and
an
see.
older save, so it was like it was a time capsule of my.
Oh, great! They're
store
showing us
from
already
a long
leaked
time
skins.
ago.
Well, I mean, like the unfortunate thing, man, is
Well,
like
at least you have like a working retail PS5. I'm using a test kit.
Yeah.
on one hand, leaks cause hype. On the other hand, I
I know,
really feel
everybody's
sorry
like,
for
I don't
filling
even
it.
have one,
Yeah.
and you already broke yours. I know. I feel so bad.
What is with the
Wow,
YouTube
Phil.
quality update? I
I'm
can't
actually-
change
I'm
the
actually
YouTube
not
quality anymore.
complaining. I
Uh,
know. I feel like a jackass.
I don't know, man. That might be. I hate to
Okay,
say it might be on
so
your end
here is
because
the
I
Red
can
Room outfit
see
for
my quality
Black
options.
Widow. This one's specifically called the Blood Moon.
But I have no
outfit,
idea,
so
Somnus.
Everyone has
Sorry, buddy.
a specific thing called the Red Room outfit, and it might look a little different in terms of theme from the Black Widow one. They're really cool, but where are we? Wait, we gotta do some numbers.
Is this an
Wait,
hour
I'll
dev
give 'em a
stream?
number.
I don't
Type in
know. They don't usually give
Oh,
time frames, Chris, unless
If
like
you
at
would
the
like
start
to
of the
see the Blood Moon outfit.
like at the start of the stream they'll give a time frame as in like we have this long to do, but but they never said at this point, so it could be 20 minutes, 30
If you
minutes,
would
40
like
minutes,
to hear
an
Layla
hour.
repeat this message in Spanish, press 5.
5. I'm pressing 5.
Stop pressing 5. Stop. I can't speak Spanish.
I get the
How about
suits
in
relieved, but they did
how about
promise
in
this week.
Japanese?
They did promise this week for the first MCU suit reveal. I know. We'll have to wait and see, man.
No, too much pressure right now.
I right as you said that,
Don't
I
do the
forgot how
number
to say
press.
anything in Japanese.
ボタンを押してください。
There you go.
Oh yeah. Press the
That's literally
button.
just press a button. That doesn't really mean anything. All right, that was my attempt. All right, here we go. Here's the Blood Moon Black Widow outfit. Okay.
Oh, I'm on my
So
VPN,
the
guys.
actual Red
Uh-oh,
Room
hold
outfits
on.
Themselves, they are a little different than this. They might be a little more, showy than this one. But
Hold
we are
on,
gonna
guys.
show
I'm
the
on my
Black Widow one
VPN, so
today.
I gotta disconnect my
I have some
VPN, and then I'll be right back, like,
reasons.
really quick.
We'll get my Hawkeye is wearing his monatomic outfit.
There we go. Whew.
As he leans over the railing.
We're back. We're back.
There we go.
Don't we have this? I think it's similar to something we have.
You
Yeah.
like it? Nice.
It's similar.
Yes, it is the danger build.
But
Did this leak?
Danger.
I think this did leak.
Yeah, it's the build that if Andy goes anywhere but
This
in
skin
here,
already
we're
in the
probably
game?
gonna show something we shouldn't.
yeah,
All
but
right.
I am gonna show something next.
Black. Imagine
we
we
did
already
say we
did
were
have
gonna show an
this.
MCU outfit, and we are gonna show an
We
MCU
did.
outfit.
Oh, they are showing an
right
MCU.
say
now.
that.
Give me a little bit, guys. I sometimes have to. I gotta, you know, change a few things.
Okay,
here.
do your thing.
I think it's.
I am.
Do your thing.
I think it's this
it's
one.
worth the 1
Is it
minute
one?
wait
No,
just
it's
to
this
see the
one.
cool
Shade
stuff.
Strike.
And he
Oh,
has
look
to
how
load
close
into all
that
sorts
is.
of crazy things in
That's
that
literally
build,
it
so
right there.
Takes him a
Actually
minute
have
to
to.
get there.
That's literally it right there. Oh, that's not
In the
good.
meantime, hey chat, what's
That's not good.
What's your favorite
It's right there.
MCU movie?
It's just colored. It's just it's this one's gray, the other one's black.
What's your
them.
favorite MCU movie?
Oh.
I don't know. People ask me
Yikes.
this question, and I change that answer
Yikes.
literally every single time.
What is this one called?
But some of my favorites are
Shade
like, one of my
Strike.
favorites. It's
Boom.
always in the top 3 is Black Panther.
Boom.
That's a good one.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
My top 2 are Winter Soldier and Infinity War.
Nice. How
What about you, Phil?
I think the first Avengers movie, just because the
My favorite
the
MC movie is
complexity of
Thor: The
telling a
Dark
story
World.
with that many
Aye,
main characters at the same time,
Spoder,
just
dude.
the
Really,
structure,
Spoder?
like the directing for that movie is just.
She's
really
black hair in the new
impressive. I
one?
think
Right. So, like,
kind of set the tone.
the
for
hair
those
color,
types of
this
movies,
is
I feel
black.
like
so
there's huge accomplishments there.
Indeed. All right. So we are going to show for everyone who said Endgame, we're going to show Black Widow's MCU outfit. That's why
Spoder
we went
right
with
now
the
is
whole Black Widow
punching
thing.
the
May
air,
is,
dude.
You know, technically our Red Room event month, so we're going to show you Black Widow.
Spoder's punching the air.
So here you guys.
I'm sorry, Spoder,
go.
dude.
Actually, everyone type Black Widow in chat. Let's see it. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right.
We've
by
already
the
seen
way,
Widow
I'm
through
gonna
leaks,
show you
right? Yeah,
like
we
an
have. We
actual,
have.
Like, screenshot of sorts. You guys don't feel the need to screenshot it. We're gonna post it on social like right after this, so don't really just like start snipping things. It's totally okay. All right, so here we go. We're gonna post this on social right away. But there we go. It is a Black Widow Endgame outfit,
I mean, it looks cool.
inspired by the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
This will confirm the hair. Yeah, hair's confirmed.
This is the first.
Hair's
of
confirmed.
many. And we love it.
Does the face look
It
different?
is, one of our favorites, actually. So
These
this
are all
is,
shitty quality, but
first of many, like I said.
is the face different here?
And
They already know we saw
I
this,
will
man. It's
tell
not
you
even big
guys
news.
The exact date that you guys can get it. Do you guys want to know the exact date you guys can get it? I'm gonna wait for
Oh.
you.
What number are you gonna get?
The
into
Rogue
this?
I know.
Rogue Saiyan is punching the air right now too, as well. Have they addressed the
5.
leaks? May 5th? 5 is in May? Oh no, just 5 is in press 5. Clinton, yeah, they
Alright.
did. They basically said like it happens, and while things can
Okay,
look
so
aesthetically
you guys
done,
wanna get this,
they're not functionally done. You know?
Unsurprisingly, since we have our Red Room event in May, you guys are gonna get it on May 6th.
Oh,
May 6th is when you can get the Black Widow
next week.
Nice.
Avengers Endgame outfit.
Cool. They showed Widow. I mean, it's cool, but wish they should have shown Iron Man. True. True.
And I'm gonna show it to you guys in game too. Why not? Let's do that.
Most boring MCU skin, and
Of
they
course you
chose
are.
that.
You
Of course
have
I
to.
am. Of course I am.
What is? Am I getting messages? Oh,
Whoa.
someone's getting.
Oh,
Andy's getting messages. Holy
Okay.
shit!
Wow. All right.
Ooh.
Does look good.
So Red Room next week. Yeah, Red Room's next week.
Cool outfit.
I like how just Hawkeye's like so distracting in the background.
Told you, hi, ruler. Yes, sir.
He's
Yes,
just-
sir.
He's just flexing.
He is.
I mean, it looks cool.
These are MCU inspired outfits because obviously our characters they're original to our game, so we're gonna keep that originality with them. But the outfits.
I've never seen this
themselves
skin
are-
before. Oh my god. Yeah, guys, we gotta act surprised. We've never seen this skin
Ours.
before, guys.
I
Oh my
see a
God, Black Widow from
lot of
Endgame.
people are asking about why we don't match the hairstyles.
Oh.
I personally don't know that answer, but I
Mm.
can ask and we can let you guys know how that works.
Okay.
I don't actually know the answer to that too, but I'm pretty sure it is because we just want to keep the integrity of our versions of the Avengers
Don't know.
Yeah,
into our
but
game.
we can
ask.
find out.
Yeah.
We'll get
Yeah,
like an artist
getting
on
that-
here. I've always wanted to say that. I've always wanted to.
Get Jeff. Yeah, I mean Jeff could probably answer those questions. We'll see if we can get. We have a guy that works with us, and he knows all the comics, and he tends to be the guru for picking all the outfits. So we'll try to see if we can get him on here. He can answer a lot of good questions.
Okay, so this is the first one. It's going to be available on May 6th.
Is there one
are
every
more
week
coming
then?
Later, and we will talk about the dates as we get closer.
I wonder if it's like one every week.
But,
No White Widow?
this is the first one. This was the one that we were going to reveal from first, you know, as far as I can remember. So there we go.
All right.
Now, I will talk about what else is happening on May 6th.
Okay. Do you think Classic Captain America skin would be free?
the
I
Red Room
doubt it.
Event
I doubt it.
is
Would be cool though.
It takes place in 2 parts, guys. 2 parts. So the first
Okay.
part is taking place on May 6th. It's called the Ruskaya Protocols. And the second part is later in May. You know, once we get there, we'll let you know. But during the Ruskaya Protocols that takes place on May 6th, there are new mission chains. There are new animated nameplates. These nameplates are also part of the initial batch, but we have more different kinds of animations coming with the upcoming nameplates. So we have more of those. We have more mission chains, and we have a cool little thing where you don't need to be Black Widow. It's Black Widow. God, what's the right word? Suggested? Is that the right word? I don't know. You guys will see. Dude, I can't. Yeah, having a little trouble.
Not Black Widow at your peril.
Yeah. But there are specific objectives in all these mission chains. There is part of those objectives is to collect a certain thing, and it is recommended that you do things with Black Widow. I think either you need to control her, or she needs to be part of your strike team, or she needs to be in your companion as a companion to do a specific objective, because May is our Red Room Takeover event. So, May 6th, keep an eye on that. That's the beginning of the Red Room Takeover event. It's called the Ruskaya Protocols. The actual Red Room Takeover, where the Harm Room was all crazy and amazing and actually pretty freaking awesome, is later in May. But we wanted to get this first part out, you know, right after the Tachyon Anomaly event ends, just so you guys can have something to do, basically. And we will have a blog about the Ruskaya Protocols next week as well, to give you guys a little more information about what you can do, the rewards that you can get. There is a team nameplate that you can get from it, similar to the Tachyon event this week, where you got the team nameplate just off of you know, completing one of the mission chains. So it's going to be exciting. If you guys like the mission chains in the Tachyon Anomaly event, hopefully you guys will like the Ruskaya Protocols mission chains. And yeah, we can't wait to show you guys more of the actual Red Room Takeover. I think I would like to show it, you know, obviously one of these weeks in May. Maybe not next week, but we'll think about it. Cool.
Cool.
Phil, Layla, is there anything?
Are there going to
you
be
wanna
new
talk
missions?
about
New mission
other than all of that?
chains, however you want to define new missions.
Yeah, I can talk about a bunch of stuff. So,
Oh, fill time.
internally, we found the bug that was going on with gamma damage. Don't worry, it's not gonna make it not fun to use, but we did find something that was scaling wrong. So the designers on the combat team are fixing that. They're also going to be fixing some of the really glaring exploits where there was ways to make things scale absolutely crazy. That was letting people one-shot some bosses. So, and these are important because when the Omega level threat stuff comes out, you know, we want you to have a fun, challenging experience with the bosses. So that's going to be really important to make sure that Omega level stuff is good. I think Cloning Labs looks like it's in good shape in terms of balancing. It has a couple of bugs that still need to get squashed. And then for one of the other Omega level threats, we're messing with difficulty right now to make sure it's challenging enough. So it's really starting to be a lot better. At least it's much more encouraging for me. So I'm happy about that progress. So it's a mix really between getting all the little bugs from combat and balancing to be ironed out and then getting the networking issues fixed so that we can be going. Yeah, so stealth gaming, it's not a nerf. There's literally a bug with gamma where you can make it do like absurd amounts.
That's one of the bugs they're
damage.
fixing, Nina.
It's not going to make.
It's related
Gamma
to
not fun. It's literally
multiplayer,
just,
I believe. It
there's
happens
a
more on
scaling
multiplayer.
problem that's just completely wacko. Somebody was asking earlier too. I thought it was a really good question. I don't know if Andy or Layla knows, but the nameplates that we have for the events, like for the Tachyon Anomaly, are those gonna come back after they go off the marketplace, or are those a one-time deal?
I don't have the answer to that. I can ask though. I think they're gonna. Let me ask, because I don't want to give an answer unless I have 100%.
Which ones?
The animated nameplates.
Specific
Like
to
for the
Tachyon?
Tachyon, yeah, like if those will come back or if they're just a one-time deal.
Good question.
No problem, Torva. I know a lot of people are asking about cost for skins. I don't think we know that, but as soon as we know and I can be communicated, you'll see it. I would tell you if I knew.
That fix should be ahead of OLTs. So OLTs have
FK,
like
I
12
don't see a message from
bugs
you.
left.
Can you ping me again? Yeah, I also want to mention our continued progress in updating the weekly blogs, our development updates for this week. Just as a reminder, we're getting pretty super close to talking to you guys exactly what post level 50 progression means. And when I say close, I mean in the next few weeks. We are gonna invite someone else from the dev team to talk to you guys about that. Not next week, probably the week after, but we just need to be super solid on a date. So I would love to give you guys an exact date of when the stream is, when we can talk about these things. But in these next few weeks. And that's gonna be super exciting. That's something that I know you guys really want to learn about as well. But yeah, post level 50 progression, what that means and what is gonna happen with all of that. We're also working on giving you guys the ability to choose how many companions come with you. That's highly requested. We've been seeing it since launch, and just like we've done with a bunch of highly requested wow, I can't think, features and stuff like that. I'm on meds, everyone. With features and everything, it takes time to develop things. It is definitely not easy, and it has not been easy this entire year for world reasons. But we want to continue doing this. And then Phil just talked about mega level threats. And if you guys didn't get a chance to read it, we have a developer spotlight section on our weekly blog now. It's going to kind of go back and forth between a developer spotlight and a community spotlight. Morgan Gray, our lead game director, was our first developer spotlight. As you can read his interview there, everything that he does for the team, he is amazing. I know, Phil, you think Morgan is amazing.
He's a good dude. I like him.
So yeah, we just want to highlight and spotlight more of our team. Some people might feel more comfortable talking to you guys in a written format versus what we do here. So we want to make sure everyone is comfortable doing what makes them, stand out to you guys. So we're gonna keep going on this weekly blog, adding things and changing things up a bit. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the change in the weekly blog. At least I am. I don't know.
There's a lot of people asking about Patrol. What I'd like to do with Patrol is I'd like to do like a focus on that in one of our streams or maybe a blog or something. So
or both.
I need to get just some approvals on some of the feature sets, because usually, I mean, you've seen in the past, like we typically wait really long to talk about these things. So now that we're talking about it early while we're designing it, it's kind of like I need to make sure everybody signs off on all the things that are going in there. So I know in the Reddit thread, I'm more known for saying what's not feasible in Patrol. So I'll try to switch that over to what we can actually do. So hopefully do a focus on that pretty soon. And I'm also trying to see if we can talk about what Patrol has right now versus what Patrol could have later, because there's a lot of things that I would love to do with Patrol, and we won't have time to do everything by the time it comes out. But it's the kind of thing I feel that we can keep adding on to, and I think it could be really, really awesome if we keep developing for it. So I'll try to come up with something where we can tell you guys like all the features. And I know we're going to be looking at doing a fun preview for that also, so we should have some gameplay footage. So it'll be cool. That should be actually pretty soon.
I'm looking forward to it. I love hearing just about everything. I know I work at Crystal, but I love just hearing and seeing the vision, and it's gonna be pretty exciting. And guys, we're not gonna show any more MCU outfits today. I'm sorry. Sebi, cosmetic rework. I don't have any more news or information from you on that part, but I'll try and get an update or something in maybe one of the weekly blogs going forward, or just during these streams, because I know that you guys are asking a lot. So about that. Cool. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do the community spotlight, so I'm gonna do that right now. All right. Layla, what was?
All right, my fault. All right, what's up, guys? I was muted. I was muted because I was typing.
Theme in this week's
just a little bit of a clarification here, guys. So obviously, I know people have been asking about this. So Red Room Takeover split into two parts. So obviously, the first part is going to be this protocol thing, and there's like new mission chains that you're able to take part in. They did say that Black Widow is recommended to be in your strike team, and it can be AI if not your planer. So as long as you're completing these mission chains with Black Widow in your party, whether it's a buddy or whether... Oh, wait. Couldn't hear you? Oh, I was muted. Sorry, you tripped me up, Carson. What's up, dude? Basically, you want Black Widow in your team, whether it's a buddy, yourself, or an AI. So the first part can be done solo and multiplayer. Just clarification. I know people have been asking about that.
No updates on Spider-Man, guys. Yep. That's all we'll say about that. We're still working on him. I guess I can say that too.
Yeah, we are.
We're totally still working on him.
We will when we're ready, though.
Yeah, we will show you guys when we're ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Do you guys look at the fan art, the subreddit, as well? All the time. Thank you guys for
They mentioned 2.0. 2.0 what? Traversal gear? Loot? Which 2.0, James?
They are great.
No news on cosmetic vendors? No. Cosmetic rework right here? Nothing right now.
We love sharing
And changeable loadouts other than what was said last week. There's been nothing today.
Keep doing it.
What's up, RCPD? What's going on, man?
Okay. I mean, that's all I have this week. Is there anything else you guys
There's too many
wanted to talk
2.0s,
about,
damn it.
Any, like, last minute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking about that PS Plus Hawkeye skin. Did we figure that one out yet? Do you guys know?
Layla, do you know?
Feel like Spidey getting delayed again to 2022. You do realize it's only May, right? With the Spider-Man movie coming in
I want to put him on the spot.
winter.
We'll definitely check.
Yeah, I need to ping that.
Spider-Man comes out this year. Not trying to be a dick, but Spider-Man will come out this year. Did it say anything about the problem with the MCU skins making unlock them? Other than they did a patch. They did a patch, and then they just said shit happened. Like that was it, man. Shit happened.
Rebel Dog, what health bug fix are you looking for?
Oh, the health bug fix is when you load into a mission and you get like
that
one
one
shot.
is also one that I have brought up to the team.
I think
that's the one where sometimes if you get downed and you get revived, then your health bar kind of like...
Oh, it's a different one then.
Oh,
okay.
And then you have to like re-equip your gear.
Yeah, they're looking into that. Yes, they're looking into that. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, but that's one I forgot to mention. But that is totally one that that we are looking into.
Yeah.
It's a weird one. It's a very weird one.
It is. Thank you for asking.
What do people expect them to just reveal Spider-Man out of the blue?
Okay,
I mean, to be fair,
I've seen a request for permanent duplicate heroes.
The initial reveal of Spider-Man was in like a blog out of nowhere. So I mean, like,
did that.
Yeah, I mean, I understand because like the precedent of Spider-Man was
Revealing
like,
I thought
here's
you
a
were
blog,
saying
and it's just
you
like,
want Spider-Man
oh, Spider-Man, like
attacking
what the
on-
fuck? Where did this come from, right? So,
attacking on Event, everyone should
I
retweet this.
I
saw
do
that.
understand that people are just like, at any day now, Spider-Man could be revealed because initially Spider-Man was just kind of revealed out of nowhere, you know.
Okay,
The
I don't.
voice recordings during gameplay. I'm not sure what you're asking for. Do you mean like access to like all the stuff the actors recorded, like a soundtrack, but for
Like a
voices?
soundtrack, but for voices. Phil is such a boomer, man. You guys call me a boomer. Jesus Christ.
All right, I don't think we have an update on the PS Plus rewards.
Did they
but
mention
let me,
Gear
like,
2.0? No, they didn't. They didn't.
Ping him again. Ping our team again. Sorry about that, guys.
Awesome, thank you.
Gear 2.0 is tied in
Some
with
people were asking about like
Wakanda.
post 50 leveling and loadouts and all sorts of things. We're
Loadouts.
working on specific updates and communication on a lot of those features, but we had a chat about that. I think I want to say Tuesday. So
Tuesday?
we're preparing something for you guys. Yeah, we talked about it. We're preparing something for you guys.
Oh yeah, we did talk about it on Tuesday. Yeah,
It,
there is a plan to show you guys all that.
yes, absolutely. Just keep in mind, like one of the things we're doing different this time is talking to you guys about features before they're completely finished. We think it's really important to be transparent, but it does mean that we're talking about things while we're in the middle of designing them sometimes, which I know you guys are okay with.
Do you have a theory
but
when
we're
we can
trying
see
to be
weapon
more
skins? Whenever
accurate in
the
things that we
endgame
talk
Thor
about,
gets
so we're just
revealed,
trying to make
more than
sure at least
likely.
if we talk about something, yeah, that's actually what we're doing.
Anything on Black
So
Panther?
there's a
No,
little
Black
bit
Panther
of
stuff.
extra diligence that goes on in there, but in exchange, at least we get to talk about things while they're in development, which I think is way cooler than
Black Panther
waiting
stuff
until
will
everything's
come
finished
as
like we
they
used
start
to
talking
do.
about the
So
expansion
hopefully you
himself,
appreciate that,
expansion
and
itself,
you
the
understand
Wakanda one.
why it takes a little bit of validation and time to get these things sorted out.
The thing about characters, guys, is like,
I think I saw someone ask about the Counter Earth outfit and the weird mask issue. That's something that we're still working on, but we are totally aware of it.
are they gonna talk about that new dev they hired, Brian? I don't think
Can't wait
so,
for loadouts. Yeah, us too.
because I don't think he's technically a part of the
It's gonna be
company
a
yet.
Really, that's gonna be an awesome.
He said at the end of what did he say at the end of April?
awesome
So like
stream, I guess.
he was leaving EA.
I've seen a few people asking about traversal, and I know it came up in the patrol thread a lot on Reddit. I'll have a chat with the combat team because all the traversal stuff is on the combat team. I know there's heroes that tend to fall behind a little bit when you're kind of growing through spaces. I'll chat with them and see if there's anything that is in their plans. But I've talked about this a little bit on Reddit. One of the big reasons why we can't go a lot faster, especially in big spaces like patrols, is just because we're streaming stuff in as quickly as we can already, especially with current gen consoles. And if it was just going to be textures that were going to come in later, I wouldn't mind because I'm
Thank you,
sure you'd be
Daniel.
okay
Thank
with
you.
that too. The trick is that if geometry doesn't come in at the right time, then you could have enemies getting stuck, inside walls and stuff, and it's going to do all sorts of nasty things. So going faster, I would love to do that. We're just kind of technically bound right now by some things. So trying to see if there's anything else we can do to alleviate the need to move faster. So one of the things I'm looking into, I won't go into a lot of details, but I'm looking into ways for you guys to have an easier time finding what you want to do in patrols. Not that it's hard to find stuff to do in there, but I'm trying to find some good systems to make it easier a little bit to alleviate that pinch. So, but that doesn't mean we're not going to do any changes to traversal. It just means that's what I'm looking at right now.
Cool.
Sorry, I'm reading through all the pokes. I'm trying, guys. There's a lot.
What is he gonna do for this game? He's a systems designer.
Switching out hairstyles. I've seen that question a lot. I don't think we can, but we'll pass the feedback to the cosmetics and outfit team. Some people want to see the Iron Knight, Iron Man skin come back. I agree.
Yeah,
I like that one too.
we can definitely ask for that and request it.
Turdian's still gaming. The boss fights aren't going to change, the ones that we have right now, but we're doing some different things for some of the ones that are coming later. But the one-shot stuff isn't we're not trying to curb players being super badasses. It's just when there's really bad math bugs that create, you know, bad scenarios, we have to fix those just to keep the things fair. But the goal is still that, you know, if you have really good gear and really good strategies and you're comboing and doing battery effects, you're still going to do a lot of damage. Like that should still be the thing. Like we want you guys to feel powerful. But, you know, when you're starting to do billions of damage with one hit, it gets a little bit crazy. Weapon skins, I know it was a big requested feature, and we talked about it a little bit last week. That's something we're going to talk about in the upcoming, in one of the upcoming blogs, I think. Height. Okay, so the height ceiling. The height ceiling comes back pretty often as a question. I would love to increase the ceiling. And in fact, knowing about it now, you know, we could art things up so that you're not seeing things that you shouldn't be seeing. Like you've seen that with some of the bugs before, like in the urban environments. You can see the top of buildings and have textures and stuff. We do that to obviously save on performance. So the next problem with the height ceiling is that if you see too much stuff, depending on the consoles and the platforms you're playing on, it can make things really difficult to run. So it's really challenging, and I get, you know, a lot of people will be saying, well, shoot, why don't you just make it special so that on, you know, PC and next gen, like we get a higher flight ceiling. It's unfortunately not that simple. That's just not how the game is built. So we can't just make something that works on one console and not the other. I would love to be able to fly higher. It's just not easy to do right now. So obviously we'll see what's possible all the time, but currently it's not something you should expect to see differently in Patrol, for example.
I realized my Slack notifications were going crazy, so
I didn't do it.
They already said there's no
I turned
details
off
on
the
Spidey.
notifications.
Like the
I only
Spidey
did
stuff,
it for
like
30
hero
minutes,
stuff
but
is
it
the
came
thing
back
about
up.
heroes, guys,
But
is
I
like
disabled them again.
as we see with like with the roadmap, it's like they're gonna
first
go
question was that I
Tachyon, then they're
can't
gonna go
tell
Red
you
Room, then they're gonna
what
go
it
this and they go
was.
that. Like they're going in order, so like they're not gonna jump the line
but
to
don't
talk
worry.
about Black Panther or to talk about Spider-Man until
Disintegration
Spider-Man has
was
a
asking
slot
if
in.
we're
You
gonna
know?
add small puzzles in future missions. We're gonna add big puzzles in some of the future missions, but they're really cool.
And when it comes to the puzzle things, I don't think that we would actually play them for you on stream because we want you to figure them out yourself, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
if we do a mega level threat puzzles on stream, we're kind of gonna ruin.
Yeah, so
yeah.
we're not going to show that, but we can at least show you, like, you know, things around all of it.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Well, I definitely want to do that. I want to play some mega level threats and show you guys a little bit what it's like, but we'll have to find a way to do it where we're not spoiling things.
Yeah.
It might be easier to just capture videos.
Yeah,
but once
probably.
they're out, we might be able to do some play sessions. They are super long though, so like one stream probably wouldn't work, especially depending on who we're playing with.
You
So
got
we'll have
me.
to figure some-
I'm so good at this game that, you know, I'm just going to blow past everything.
Andy's saying that. He actually means it. He's part of like the one team that we have internally that tests out our hardest content.
I do. I am part of that team.
Oh no.
All I do is play Cap, though, guys. So
Oh, never mind. Andy's cool.
If I
Andy's
can't
cool.
play Cap,
Andy's cool.
got nothing.
See,
for
that was
you.
the whole thing. I don't
Sorry.
know why you played Kamala for
He's
so
cool.
long on stream. We should have just had you play Cap.
Yeah, I don't even have like a good reason why. I haven't played Kamal in so long that I just wanted to play her. I think she's great, and I have her jammy outfit on for our dev account. There's only gonna be one MCU outfit available next week, guys. It's just the Black Widow one.
But there's could be more.
And we are gonna be revealing them as we go along. So
You probably get 4
on the
outfits
stream
in
too.
May. Yeah,
So-
4 outfits in May.
yeah, just letting you guys know.
Sorry, that was my coffee.
That was it.
You look tired.
It's fine.
Kinda.
I have
Kinda.
coffee
Somewhere
in front of me.
We're
Kinda. Are they
Okay,
not? Hold on. Are they
If there
ending?
is- I know, revealing. He has a lot of.
They might
Saul's
be.
revealing. I know you're here. Revealing. I saw your reaction to the Kamala jammies. It was great. It's everything I wanted that day. Okay. Is that it? I think we're good, right?
Did you win the bet? So I
Yeah,
guess
I'm
you won
just-
the bet.
just
I may have won
answering
the bet,
questions.
guys.
Yeah.
I may have won the bet.
How much more time do we have?
It's gonna be Widow, Cab, Hawkeye, and
Whenever.
Hawk. It's gonna be Widow, Cab, Hawkeye, and
Whenever.
Hawk. Yes.
I mean, I always have a hard stop
Yeah.
at 3, but we're getting there.
That's true.
So.
Didn't Miller get
Okay,
banned or my
well,
tripping for 10
let me see
days?
if there's anything else we could answer that we haven't answered. I don't know why you can only equip 5 takedowns, but
Can you go over the notes a bit? Yeah, Kevin, what I'm starting to do, man, is I'm actually doing, like, I'll do them on stream, and then I usually do a video afterwards, where I just go over the notes for people in a video form as well. But I'll definitely do it at the end of the stream.
Enemies spawning under the map. If you know specific places where that's happening, Sayal, just send that to me, please, so we can look into it. We fixed a lot of those issues since the game came out, but if you know one specific spot, I would love to know, please. Brown Bull OLT is like a week by week thing. Look at it every
So
week
Miller
and
got to
we
give you
fix
40.
issues
No,
and we
Miller
see
could
if
just
they're
give me
ready,
20, and we'll
so
just call it even, dude. He could just pay
we'll-
me back my 20, and we'll just.
definitely let you guys know as
We'll
soon
call
as
it even.
we have a clarity on when they're coming out. Team bundle pack. That's a good idea. I don't know.
I'll wait till the end of May though,
Yeah, I don't know
Gavarino. So at
stuff.
least
We'll-
I know
we'll pass that
100%.
feedback
You know,
along. That's a cool idea.
I jumped the gun. I shouldn't have.
Rojiku, yes, we still have a lot of content we want to make for this game. I still have a lot of things I want to do.
But I did win. I did win. Miller's shaking in his
Are the
boots right
featured
now.
suits staying? I don't know exactly what our scheme is for the outfits rotating, but I'm gonna ask. I'm kind of curious. But I know the idea was that the popular stuff does come back, so I just need to see what exactly the rules are. Switching out character hairstyles is probably not gonna happen, I would suspect. I don't want to talk out of turn for someone else, but I know the outfits typically come with the hairstyle. The character is like a whole thing by itself, so probably not, but I'll ask.
Hair is very hard to animate. From what I heard. I mean, I don't do any animation myself, so I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong.
UI changes. I think we're
Abdullah,
trying
that's
to
part of
work
these stuff
with,
they're fixing
our
before
UI
OLTs roll
lead
out.
to communicate on some of these things.
Can you
but
ask what
he's
price the
actively
MCU outfits
working
will
on a lot of
be?
improvements right now.
Ooh, that's
So
actually a good question.
We're
Hold
trying
on.
to nail like when exactly these things are happening, but hopefully we can give you guys some previews when we have that information. But he's super excited for you guys to see some of the improvements.
That's definitely on the calendar already. We just gotta nail down
Yeah.
a date basically, and exactly what we're gonna show you guys. But we're super excited to show you guys what we're doing with the UI, and I know our UI director is also. So I will tell you guys in advance when like the UI stream or blog or whatever is gonna happen. So yeah.
Hey Layla, you might know this one, but Torva's asking. Apparently, some people never got the 032 Sloth nameplate from completing Reigning Supreme.
Dude, this slot nameplay has been
Wow, that's an old
such
one.
an issue. Holy
Yeah.
fuck, man.
We can dig into it if we don't know.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I thought that had been resolved, but
I
if
thought
it's still
so
going
too,
on,
but-
then yeah.
Yeah.
I'll open it again. Please send tickets about that to customer support. I'll drop their thing in the thing again. There you go.
Hey Brown Bull, you said Phil cameo in the game, so actually this is a true story, but for a long time before we actually got real actors, my voice was one of the SHIELD agents that was, I forget in which area, but it's a SHIELD agent that sees Hulk for the first time and he
Oh,
goes,
God.
"Whoa," that was my voice. So technically I cameoed in the game, at least vocally.
I wish. We'll all be.
Basically, always they
Cameo,
reset it about 30 minutes to an hour
Are we
before the
doing new
stream.
heroics for heroes?
Hold on. I'll talk about that though. Always, I got you, dude.
There's stuff coming for current heroes, but I can't say what. But there's things coming, fun things. I've said too much. No, I haven't said anything. But we are gonna have some really cool stuff. I'm looking forward to being able to talk about it.
Cool. I mean, I think we're good for this week.
All right. I think that's it. So I'm gonna recap everything, guys.
I think so. I think
we're
we've
good.
done pretty good.
Okay.
If there's things you really want to know, just poke me on Reddit. I'll do my best.
There you go,
answer.
guys. It's what I told. It's what I
Yeah.
told Harry
All right,
the other
guys,
day,
we're
man.
gonna call it. We got some meetings to go to. Got a lot of work to do. I gotta rest. So, thank you guys for coming.
All right.
Uh,
What's up, Super Puppy?
as always,
What's up, man?
love you guys. Love your support. Appreciate all the feedback you guys give us. Keep doing it. We love seeing it. And
All right, looks like
we
they're
will see
wrapping
you
up.
guys
All right, guys. Okay, so obviously there's some stuff that is happening. So basically, obviously, to start off, if you guys are having issues with your priority missions, they should be showing up now. About 30 minutes to an hour before the stream started, they, I guess, reset them. So if you were having issues, Andy said basically turn off your system and turn it back on again. You should be able to get the priority missions to give you your exotics now. In terms of the bug for Black Widow, they found the bug related to the glasses. They figured out why it was happening. Same with the Hawkeye skin. What Hawkeye skin has glasses? I gotta figure out which Hawkeye skin has issues with glasses. So with the nameplate, they were giving away KB069, but that was already given away, so they switched it out to 068. The monatomic outfits are having texture issues on both PC and PS5, so they're looking into that. Heroes level reset. So this is the one where I think this is tied with multiplayer. We had it this week on Monday where someone... Is it Old Man Hawkeye, Carson? It could be. So on Monday, someone... Isn't there Hawkeye skin with goggles? I don't think it's a goggle related. Is it goggle related? I think it's just glasses. I could be wrong, Jake. Glasses and goggles could be interchangeable to them. I could totally be wrong. I guess like anything that goes over the face, maybe. Could be. So for Heroes level reset, guys, I think this is tied to joining people in multiplayer. And what I've heard that there is a theory going around that it's tied to people's campaign replay progress. I'm not sure how that all works, but that's the theory that I've heard. So basically, if you do have this happen, like basically you're supposed to report it, and basically they want you to send a ticket to CS with what platform, what were you doing before the issue came up, does it affect your online/offline saves, have you reloaded, were you able to reload, and did it impact your reload? So that's obviously with hero level resets. They kind of acknowledge the skins a little bit. Andy says that just because things look aesthetically done does not mean they're functionally done. The Blood Moon outfit is basically this one with black hair, and the bodysuit is gray. Or sorry, the bodysuit is black instead of gray. So for a better look, that my webcam's not blocking it. So obviously this is the issue. This is the skin that's coming as part of the Red Room pack. They showed the official first look of the Black Widow Endgame suit, which is coming next week on the 6th. Phil and Andy both said they don't know why they don't match the hairstyle. So for example, give me one sec. Widow Endgame. Hold on. So obviously in Black Widow, she has the braid with the red hair that goes down to the blonde. Where are you at? Right here. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. I don't want to sneeze. So they don't know why they don't match that for their game. Andy theorizes that it's to keep the integrity of their versions, but ultimately he's unsure, so he's gonna look into that. Is Tack and Anomaly coming back, or can it will be permanent? They never said. Like the most that they've said is that they'll look into it and they'll ask around about getting that permanently in the game. So obviously for Tack and Anomaly. For the Red Room Takeover, the first part is on May 6th. It's called something protocol, Ruta protocol or something. As part of that, you'll get new mission changes, you'll get new animated nameplates. The animated nameplates you're getting for this are part of the initial batch from Tack and Anomaly. So with the picture, then the filter over it. So these won't be the ones where there's like actual characters moving in these nameplates. It'll be more of the kind of initial animations and the glitter effect. The Pokemon holo cards, as I call them. So as part of this, they said there's a cool little thing where you don't need to be Black Widow, but they highly suggest you are Black Widow. So basically part of those objectives is to collect a certain thing. They didn't go into detail on it. They said Black Widow is recommended to be in your strike team, and it can be AI, if not playing her. The actual second part, so I'm going to say part 2, Red Room Takeover is later in May. They'll have a blog post next week to give us more information. If you like mission chains in Tack and Anomaly, you may like what they're doing for part 1. Andy would like to show it in May. So I imagine this is Andy would like to show part 2 in May, but probably not next week. So I imagine part 1 and part 2 are both going to be 2 weeks long, and that should take us all the way through May. So Phil had said they found the damage damage scaler. They're fixing the exploits that allow things to scale way too high. They're doing this ahead of OLT. Cloning Lab looks to be in good shape. They're messing with the other OLT to make sure it's challenging enough. Oh, excuse me. Patrol. So for Patrol, Phil would like to do a focus on that in one of their streams or blogs. Phil needs to make sure people sign off since it's still in development. He wants to talk about what Patrol has now versus what it could have later. So this is probably people's suggestions that they like, probably. When is Red Room Takeover coming out? The first part's next week. There'll be a fun preview of that with some gameplay footage, which will be pretty soon. Traversal stuff is through the combat team. Heroes tend to fall. So some heroes, I'll say some heroes, tend to fall behind in spaces. So Phil will talk to the team about that. Phil says they're streaming stuff as quickly as they can with the current gen consoles. If geometry doesn't come in when it needs to, then we may have some enemies stuck in walls and stuff. So this is basically when you go to a new area, they got to load the environments and stuff. If they don't load the environments correctly or fast enough, then you have enemies that will spawn into walls. Phil's looking to ways to make it easier for us to find what we want to do in patrols. This doesn't mean that they aren't looking into changes in traversal. This is just what Phil's looking into on his end, since traversal's not on his end. Let me see. Let me see. Phil says he doesn't know if we can switch our hairstyles, but we'll pass that along to the combat team. I'll put that in quotes so people don't think that I'm saying that. There you go. Boss fights now are going to change the old ones. Someone had a question about our boss, like the old boss fights going to change, I guess. They're just looking at making things different in the new ones. I guess this could be like new mechanics and stuff like that. The goal is still, if you have really good gear and really good effects, you'll still do a lot of damage to bosses. There you go. In terms of weapon skins, that's something they're going to talk about in the upcoming blogs. I theorize that this is Endgame 4 related. For the height ceiling, Phil would love to increase the ceiling. We could arc things up. I'd have to go back and listen to what he says about this again when he means arc things up. So he says the problem with the height ceiling is that if you see too much, it can make things really difficult to run. I guess this is rendering issues. And he also says it's really challenging and it's unfortunately not that simple. In terms of puzzles, future missions with puzzles, we're going to add big puzzles in future missions. Andy says he wants us to figure them out ourselves. So no streams of OLTs possibly. Phil's going to ask about featured suits and how things rotate in the shop. In terms of UI stuff is coming soon. The slot nameplate is still around, I guess. So they're going to look into it again. I mean, I kind of just forgot about it, to be honest with you. So, I mean, I never even... It totally just escaped my mind. For loadouts and stuff like that, they're preparing something for post-level 50 progression and loadouts. So we will get more information on loadouts soon. So, all right, Brandon, take it easy, man. Enjoy skateboarding, bro. They still haven't spoken about updates regarding the return of villain sectors. What issues with villain sectors do you have, Bright? What's going on with villain sectors, man? What does he mean by UI stuff? So there's small little UI changes with regards to... There was one in the blog this week. Hold on. I don't know how far they're going with UI changes, but there was one in the blog this week that I can highlight really quick. But basically, it's like everything you see that displays information to you, Kevin. That's kind of what they mean by UI. So there was one in here, right here. So right here, it's like it shows you the amount of XP you have until your next level. So this would probably be pretty good, just so you know exactly how far you're away from your XP. This will probably be pretty good when post level 50 progression is out, so you can see if the XP is gonna like change or whatever. So I mean, yeah. So it's like little stuff like that where it's like, how did they display information to you? What, you know, how many button clicks to get to what the information you need? It's stuff like that, man. You know, I don't think they're gonna change the UI in such a way that's it's gonna look drastically different. It's just about like displaying information in a cleaner way, probably. That's really all it is. So I hope we get updated roadmap where it shows attack and anomaly event with the word launch in the middle soon enough, but it'll be here within the next 3 weeks. Maybe. I think we'll get another roadmap probably closer to the end of the summer. But I don't know if, like, I guess they could. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we'll see. Well, maybe. I guess either way could work. I know there's another Square event in July, right? There's another Square event, like another Square Enix presents in July. So I would imagine we'll probably get more information there. The fact that we cannot farm villain sectors anymore for DNA keys, those were the... yeah, I know what you're saying, Bright. You got to jog my memory up a bit because they talked about that a few weeks ago, right? They talked about that a few weeks ago, right? Where it was the elite villain sectors, if I'm correct. What happened to DNA keys? So they made changes to the elite villain sectors. Oh no, sorry. So the change overall. So the change overall to villain sectors in general, right? So villain sectors in general only appear when you have the what's the word I'm looking for? The thing you get, the objective. So once you get the objective for your daily, you go and you do the villain sector, and then it disappears off your map. So because of that, you're not able to go and run villain sector, villain sector, villain sector, villain sector, and able to farm DNA keys anymore. That's the thing. I think that's intended. I'd have to go back and look at my notes from the past few weeks. The way they've changed around some of the matchmaking and the missions available really stems from what I think is they had too many available at once. So I think they tried to figure out ways to kind of streamline what we get for our war table, and then hopefully matchmaking then is improved because there's not as many options to pick from. So I forgot what DNA keys were used for, to be honest. The DNA chests and vaults that give you gear. That's what they're used for. Cosmetic rework. So no update today, but Andy will look for an update moving forward, either in a blog or in a stream moving forward. And then the question was, are the TA nameplates a one-time deal? As in they won't come back? As in they won't come back. And then Andy says he's not sure. He's going to ask. In the next few weeks, they'll talk to us about post-level 50 progression. That should go up here somewhere. I have that. Not next week, but the week after. So I'll add that over to where that was originally. They're working on giving us the number of companions we can bring with us. So if you only want one person to come with you or two to come with you, then they'll work on that. No Spider-Man update. And then Heroes Heroics updates. We'll call that. Phil says there are things coming, fun things. Looking forward to be able to talk about it, Phil. And then I have an issue here. Hawkeye Deadeye not working. It's not shooting 3 triggers at once. I will do my best to forward that on. So, what was the MCU skin they showed/teased? Yeah, it is. It's the Black Widow one. So here's their nice picture of it. There you go. I think I'm blocking part of it. So there you go. Boom. Boom. All right, guys. So with that being said, obviously, it's not Yikes Just Bit Boring if only they did the hairstyle too. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I would love to get... I suggested this to Phil, what was it, 2 weeks ago, guys, or a week ago, to bring like an artist on and talk about like how they go about like... One of the interesting things that they could talk about is how they go and take a costume that's in the comics and how do they translate that over, you know? I mean, of course, they're going to fluff it around a little bit and not give us like, you know, the answer, but it's like... you know, it would be nice to hear something that is said about it, you know? Because I think the hair is going to be the big sticking point for a lot of people. And this actually doesn't bode well for 2 costumes in general. It doesn't bode well for the Hawkeye one, and it probably doesn't bode well for the Hulk one. And that's going to be the thing that people are going to be sticking on with their criticism towards these suits, which, I mean, some people want 100% accuracy top to bottom. And some people just want the suit itself with their version of the character in it. So, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. And the red line, the skin itself isn't as vivid as it should be. Oh, you mean like the buckles? The buckles right here? And like the cuffs? I think it looks great. I mean, I'll buy it. I'll buy it. I need a new suit for my Widow, so... My Widow's getting more love in my gameplay than my Captain America is, guys. It's not good, man. It's not good. So yeah, so that was it from the stream today, guys. A little bit of information, but it seems like we'll get more information on the Red Room next week, and we'll have to wait and see how things kind of progress from here on out. Oh, we'll talk about the Red Room with the red lining, not Endgame. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, like, I'd have to go back. Is there a picture of that? Is there a picture of that on their Twitter? I don't think so, right? I don't think they do that right away. Yeah, the Red Room Takeover skin didn't honestly hold me. It really didn't. It sucks because they're putting like a really bad Black Widow skin against one that's like fairly well done, all things considered, you know? Did it say the cost of the MCU skins? No, they didn't say the cost of the MCU skins. But I have a bet right now that it's 1400. It's probably going to be 1400. I mean, it looks like the one from the game. I know it's not. I know it's from the movie, but the iconic outfit looks the same as the movie. Yeah, I mean, Stardust said it as well, right? Stardust said it really well on Sunday, where it's like all Black Widow skins, for the most part, are just bodysuits. Now, obviously, you have the one with the trench coat or whatever, but like a lot of hers are just bodysuits. So it's like really hard to. I mean, I guess you, in ways that you can, but like right now, it's just like it's bodysuit after bodysuit after bodysuit, right? Hi, Allie. Andy said he showed the wrong skin. Did he? Oh, Andy. Andy. Oh, no, dude. Do you know where we can ask some questions on Reddit? Honestly, I would just... Oh, no, dude. Here it is, guys. So this is why the skin that you guys saw, basically, you guys were so quick on, I have this one, I have this one, I have this one. It was because Andy showed an already existing Black Widow outfit. Sorry, I'm not fully here today. So we don't know what the one is gonna look like. So we'll have to wait and see what it's gonna look like. So the Red Room's couple of mission changes. To be honest, I enjoyed doing the Tachyon chain. No, it was gonna satisfy the end game needs. Yeah. So basically, Kieran, the first part is gonna be mission chains. Yeah, you're pretty much on point there. I knew I saw that skin before. I thought it was just like a recolor. I was like, oh no, man. Oh no. I'm still in love with Andy. No worries. Tristan, I really hope this works out for you, man. I really hope this works out for you. I really do, man. I ship it, dude. With as much consent as I can give, I ship it. What I feel like that was intentional. I mean, Andy has been saying on his Twitter he hasn't been feeling the greatest after he got his COVID shot. So I believe it. I believe it that he's probably not all there in the last few days. So I hope they do movie Hulk. It would be Ragnarok Hulk first. It's gonna be all the Endgame suits first. I mean, there's a theme that they've shown, right? So it's the Endgame suits. And to me, if I'm starting to put the pieces together, it doesn't surprise me that they talked about weapon skins and then we see that they're all Endgame, right? You can't do Endgame Thor without Stormbreaker. You just can't. So to me, it's like Thor wasn't in the game. People weren't gonna find it because it's not in the game, because I think there's a little bit more work going into it, you know? Yo, what's up, Darius? How was work, buddy? And he probably got a ton of hate, had to tweet that. Yeah, dude. I mean, it sucks, dude, because he has been not feeling great from what I've seen on Twitter. So, the COVID jab gave me one hell of a migraine for 3 days straight. So I fully understand that. Yeah, I guess he said now he's fully vaccinated. So I guess he got the second one, and I've heard the second one is what really fucks you up. So, it makes sense that if he got the second one, he's probably just a little bit out of it. So. All things considered, it is what it is, right? Accidents are accidents. So, but I mean, I don't think honest opinion, I don't think people are going to care about it because they're going to have the Endgame Widow. I really don't think that people are going to care about it. I know they're like doing this and they're like, oh my God, like, you know, but like no one's going to care about a Red Room inspired outfit when they have Endgame Black Widow. Just saying. What I miss? A little bit, man. A little bit. I'm gonna do a video after this, but there's quite a little bit that you missed. Just a bit. You play Avengers on PC? No, I play on PS5 and Xbox Series S. First one fucked me up. Oh, when you steal the Red Room one? Yeah, dude. Oh, sorry, you meant the shot, dude. I was like they're talking about the Red Room skin, dude. I was like, oh no. Yeah, no, I haven't gotten mine yet. My dad actually just got his today, actually. So we'll see how he is for the next few days. The second one makes you sick as hell. Yeah, I've heard that. You gonna pick up all the endgame suits? More than likely, man. More than likely. Yeah, probably. The problem is, Tristan, is like I only play 2 characters. You know, like I really only play 2 characters. So. I play like Iron Man on like Xbox or whatever, but like realistically, I play Cap and Widow. So it's like, if I buy the other ones, are they like cool to have? It's like, yeah, but like I don't play those characters enough, or at least I don't right now. So like I don't feel the same drive as I do to buy a Widow suit or to buy a Cap suit. You know what I mean? Long and busy hotel life. Oh shit, dude. Well, I'm glad you're off now, man. You can relax a little bit, enjoy your Friday. You know what I'm saying? The best endgame suit is gonna be the Cap one. It looks perfect, dude. I 100% agree with you, man. I 100% agree with you. All right, guys. So with that being said, man, I don't know if anyone has any questions. If people have questions, of course, there's the Discord. But if there's no questions, nothing you guys want to say to the stream, then I can go order my dinner and yeah, go order my dinner because I am starving. I'm starving. I've not eaten today. No way I'm injecting that mystery serum into my body. Oh, that's fair. I can't even afford a finisher. How do I expect to buy endgame Cap? Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, man, it's, you know, it does suck that like they are priced where they are, you know. I tried to play Widow and Kamala, but I become a bit of a Hawkeye main, both of them. Hey, that's all right, Jake. That's all right. Did they say how much MCU skins will cost? Darius, I did try to ask, man, but they avoided that question. So you and I both will find out on Thursday who wins the bet between you and I, good sir. Go eat, bro. Thanks for the stream. Enjoyed it. No worries. Thank you. Thank you. What's the Red Room suit? We don't know, TJ. Andy showed the wrong suit. Andy showed the wrong suit, so there's a mystery skin coming. So we'll have to wait and see, man. We'll have to wait and see. That's the mystery. What's gonna show up on Thursday? So it's all part of the game. It's all part of the fun and games with Marvel's Avengers, man. You never know what's coming until it's there. I'm waiting on that Jarvis emote to go on sale. Is that the one where it comes out from his chest and it's like the circle thingy, the circle that's there, the sphere, I should say. It's a sphere, right? So pretty sure that they said they don't know the pricing of the MCU skins, so take that how you will. Ooh, really? Jake, they said that? Oh. How do I want to interpret that? They don't know the price. Well, there's something to be said for the information that Phil and Handy first have, right? So like Phil and Andy don't have all the information, granted, all things considered. But obviously, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're dodging it or if that's real, you know? Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. You doing call-ins today? If people want to call in, man. Well, so who sets pricing? Doubt it's free. Oh, it's not going to be free. Who sets pricing for skins? I want to say Square does market research, obviously, and then through like surveys and stuff like that, they do research in other games, and then they set then I want to say they set the prices of skins with input from Crystal Dynamics, but I'm not 100%. I don't know. Also, I'd have to do research on if the skin prices differ between games that have MCU skins. Obviously, I'd have to look at the mobile games, right? So you have Spider-Man, who gave skins free, right? And then you have mobile games, which can be like $20 a pop for a skin, for an MCU skin, I believe. So I'd have to do enough research there to see where it could land. Personally, I think it's going to be 1,400, and that's going to be it. They've already said 1,400, and I don't think they want to go higher than that right now, you know? Dude, go eat? I will. Will we have the Red Room chain before next dev stream? Yes. Is it one skin per week? More than likely, yeah. Either again MCU Cap from you, or again MCU Black Panther from you. Hey, man. So, Jesse, in terms of the release schedule of these, this isn't to say they can't go back retroactively and give a bundle, but with the way it is, it's Black Widow next week, so you can kind of then theorize that it's one skin per week. So it's Black Widow next week, maybe Hawkeye the next, and then Hulk the next one, and then Cap for the end. So there's the theory that you can there's the theory that like it could be one skin per week, but that doesn't mean they can't go back and do bundles later on, you know. The pricing of skins seems very square. I mean, for one skin, Dissidia, Final Fantasy NT can max out $14 too. Yeah, I mean, like that definitely is publisher side, right? Like like how they set that stuff out. That to me screams publisher more than developer, I believe, right? But I would think that information would travel down beforehand, right? Of course, because they have to code that into the game. Are we discussing the hair here too? Like the hair discussion has been written? No, we actually haven't talked too much about the hair actually. No, the hair stuff hasn't really been. So yeah. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see, man. I mean, at the end of the day, we'll have to wait and see what happens. All right, we got one call in, Mr. Tun. Hello, sir. Oh, my headset died. Hold on. I just gotta turn it on. My bad. There you go. I can hear you. Hello? What's up?
Yes, how we doing? You alright, man? How's your day?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm alright, man. How do you feel about the reveal about the suit?
I mean, I guess now we know that the hair is permanent on all these skins. Oh, I just heard like an echo there of myself. That was weird. No, okay, no, you're good. Yeah, I guess at this point, like the hair conversation in terms of the hair stuff, I know that was a big one when they got leaked. I guess that is pretty much wrapped up. I guess like the hair is final. But in terms of the suit itself, I like. The suit seems cool.
Yeah, I definitely think because they're focused more on their shall I say iconic looks. I think don't be surprised if even 4 has all their iconic looks, their hair. I might be wrong, but I think they wanna, as I think Andy I think it was Andy, he mentioned it in the stream, so something about obviously they don't want people to get confused with their
right, their versions. Yeah.
So don't be surprised. Hawkeye, obviously he's not changing. 4 gets his iconic hair look, but just with the endgame suit. So but I definitely think you're right about the weapon skin. I definitely think you're right about the weapon skin.
I mean, I guess with Thor, what they could do, they definitely could do the ponytail, right? Or the ponytail, or even the one that goes down to his shoulders. Either one of those, I feel like, is probably what they're gonna do. But I definitely think that with the weapon skin stuff, it's really interesting that now we're seeing movement on the weapon skins when there's movement on the endgame suits. Because regardless if they do Infinity War or Endgame when he's still kind of in the Infinity War look, or whether they do Endgame when he's Fat Thor, it still requires Stormbreaker.
I had a theory through the dev stream and listening to you talk. You said something about the obviously Stormbreaker, and then it clicked to me because obviously everyone was trying to look for Iron Man's suit, but Iron Man, Infinity, and Endgame suits, they're not like normal armor suits. They're nanotech. And I have a theory as well. They're doing something with that suit because the cannons and I'm not saying don't no one get hyped up. I don't think, but I just I feel like those two, there's a bit more work gone into those two because, like I said, that suit is a nanotech suit. It even comes over his body. It's not like an armor you put on. There's a bit more. I just feel like there's a bit more work into those two. And even that suit, because the toys as well. I don't know if people know this. That suit as well. He's more bulked up. That suit is a very heavy duty bulked up suit.
Right. I mean, like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I mean, like, it's possible that like those two could require extra work, which is why they weren't found with the glitch. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I definitely. It does look like 1 a week, so that's 4 weeks in a month. Those two probably come in June.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think no one's gonna be upset. You're getting MCU suits, so you can't complain, innit? But definitely the price thing. When they got asked that question, they didn't know. I don't think. I feel like that's something they might know, but they don't want to say.
Well, here's the thing, man. In all honesty, I don't see these skins being more than legendary tier. I don't. I mean, unless it's mandated that like They have to sell it for these price. I can't see the MCU suits being more than 1,400. Skins are in such a volatile place within the community right now that I think a little bit has to come to that. You kind of have to read the room a little bit in terms of the conversation around. Now, this isn't to say like Marvel Games actually cares or Square cares, but like I would imagine that in these conversations there has to be someone who says like, if you price these things higher, it's not going to end well. You know what I mean? Like even putting these at 1,400 is still going to have some pushback, but if you go higher, you're asking for a world of hurt. And it's not you guys that's going to be hurt though. It's going to be us that's going to be hurt, you know? And you know, and it's going to be one of those things that we're going to have to wait and see. I have a hard time believing that a skin comes out next week and they don't know the price of it. I have a hard time believing that, but I mean, you know, I also don't expect them to know everything either. So like, yeah. So I'm in one of those like positions where it's like maybe they just don't know, but like maybe they also don't want to say and then deal with the ramifications of that live on stream. You know?
That's a good point. That's a very good point. Very good point. And what do you think? Looking forward to the takeover event. What do you think of it?
I mean, the first part sounds kind of basic, to be honest.
You don't sound hyped.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like the same thing with like Attack on Anomaly, right? Like I'm not gonna enjoy every little piece of content they put out. It's like it's not gonna happen, right? Like at the end of the day, like I'll play it, but I'm more excited for Cloning Labs. Like honest to God, if they put out Red Room Takeover and Cloning Labs at the same point, I would do a 12-hour stream of running Cloning Labs, and I would not touch a single piece of Red Room Takeover. Swear to God. But it doesn't mean like this isn't for someone else. Just personally, like for me, it's like more mission chains and stuff like that. That's cool, and it gives people a reason to log on again if you're into that sort of stuff. But for me, I'm just like, just give me labs, man. Just give me OLTs. Just give me that stuff, and let other people have fun with the Red Room Takeover. I'll play it. I'll try it out. I'll do the shit. And try it out, but like in all honesty, like it's just not for me, and that's fine, you know.
Yeah, it's not something I'm like. I'll be honest, for me at the moment, I'm more looking for definitely OLTs, and I will say patrol mode are my two things. And I'm not, but in the last, I'll say week or 2 weeks, I've been a bit more excited to play the game. When I play it, maybe it's because I didn't play it for a little while.
Yep.
But now when I'm playing it again more frequently, and I'm enjoying it again.
Yeah. I mean that's the thing too, is like sometimes you take breaks. Well, here's the thing. Sometimes you take breaks and then you come back to the game with like a fresh kind of mindset to it. And then sometimes you take breaks and you just never come back to it, right? And I mean, like that's the issue sometimes with like taking a break, is like sometimes you find something else, sometimes you just don't care, so on and so forth. But you know, once again, like I you know, not everything is made with me in mind and my interests in mind. So with that being said, you know, I always go into it like, if someone enjoys this or enjoys something in the game, like I'm really happy for them. I don't use my feelings as a basis of what they need to do with the game. I try to, you know, just keep an open mind with some stuff and just go from there, you know?
Yeah. I will definitely say as well. Oh, do you know what? I forgot about that. The villain sector as well. The next one. I'm looking forward to that actually. Forgot about that.
The Cosmic Cube, and then they also said they have a Super Adaptoid one coming. And then,
I'm actually looking to the Cosmic Cube, what they do with that, because Cosmic Cube, if people know, I'm more like into comics, and I grew up on Cosmic Cube is a big thing in the comics, you know what I mean? And it's changed multiple times, and if people didn't know, the Cosmic Cube is basically the Tesseract in the MCU. So I'm looking forward to what they sort of. I don't think they're gonna go deep into it, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
See their take on it.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I mean, like, there's some stuff coming down the line where like I'm excited, but it's just like, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, I'm excited to see what they do for the second half of it. I mean, stretching it over 2 weeks, so first part's 2 weeks and second part's 2 weeks. Seeing how they do something like that is gonna be really interesting to see how they, like, at this point they're messing around with events and trying to see what works and what doesn't. So the idea is that, you know, if you like something, there's possibility of it coming around in a different form. So I'm excited to see what they do with like part 1 and part 2. But like in all honesty, it's like, yeah, it's like whatever, you know.
Yeah, so, but it does look like the roadmap.
Yeah.
It looks. I might be wrong, but it looks like it's a month thing, because they said part 1. So part 1 will probably be 2 weeks. Then part 2, another 2 weeks. End of May. Then next month we get the new event, whatever that, or the Cosmic Cube. I think that's the next one, is it?
Yep.
The roadmap,
Yep.
yeah, Cosmic
Yep.
Cube. It is looking like it's month. I might be wrong,
Right.
but that's what it's looking like. Would you think?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think the only time they may take a month off is August, and then have the expansion launch for the 1 year. But like in terms of everything
I think
else,
that might come at the end of August. I have a theory.
it could be. Yeah.
because
Mm-hmm.
The reason why he died on the 28th of August.
Mm.
Chadwick Boseman. He died. It would match up, and it would be like a big event. He died on the 28th of August.
Yeah, it could be August then. I mean, they'll do
Like, I was
something like
thinking
because
about
they'll do something like obviously the Wakanda expansion. They'll probably do like some sort of tribute to him as well. Then they have the 1 year anniversary. Like every August, September is going to be like a really emotional for people who are fans of Black
Yeah.
Panther as well as
You're
people who
spot
are
on
fans
there,
of the
you're
game.
spot on. I never
So-
thought about it like that, but you're spot on. Definitely
Mm.
gonna do. I think you're right. Definitely.
Yeah, they'll do something like that. They'll have to do something, right? Like they'll do something. Yeah. I mean, we'll have to wait and see, obviously, but it like you could be right though. It could be end of August that they launch War for Wakanda, and then as we're still figuring it out and playing it, they could just launch like an anniversary event as well, and you could
Yeah.
have something for Chadwick in all of that together. So
Because when does the PSN now, the free play stop
July.
on PlayStation?
July.
Yeah, end of August, early September.
Mhm.
Yeah, because the game launched early. Yeah, it could. Probably late August, early September.
Yep.
It
Yep.
could, yeah. It definitely is on that sort of trajectory right now.
Yep.
I would
Yep.
say.
And that's what I said. Like people, like when the roadmap came up, people were so worried that like it was going to be like one thing every 3 months or something. I was like, guys, like it's one every month. Like it's
yeah, definitely.
even when you go in like summer and beyond, it's like it really lines up for like one every month, and then there's another Square event in July, right, where they could easily just say, now we have Black Panther coming next month. Here's what's after. It all kind of lines up for more information's coming as we get farther into the summer. It's just we got to get into the summer.
Yeah. What's your take on Phil's talking about traversal in the game and talking about speeding it up and that? Because to me, obviously, I don't work in game engines and things like that, but to me, that's a bit confusing in terms of you've got Thor flying about, Iron Man flying about. So you're telling me you couldn't give the characters something to make them fly the same speed as them?
Well, Phil on Reddit has said no vehicles. Like vehicles are off the there's no So vehicles. So I think the vehicle conversation has to die because like when you say there's no vehicles, the vehicles are gone, right? So in terms of anything else, like he said, traversal is still open to being worked on, right? Like it's not traversal is never going to get worked on this point. It's just that vehicles.
He's looking at some teleport system or rubbish.
Right. So like teleporting around different patrols, like you hit something and you teleport to a different area, stuff like that. The combat team can still look into traversal and how they're doing. It's just like I think at this point they don't want to do vehicles, and that's just them. Whether they don't want to do vehicles to even match the speed of Iron Man and Thor or whatever. It's just to them, like vehicles are just something they don't even want to touch. And I mean, that's just kind of it. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I don't know anything about game development or engines or stuff like that to talk about the streaming and the geometry and stuff like that. So
I just feel like with that one, it's very touchy when to the fans anyway, when you say stuff like that, and then fans, always have something to relate it to, like, oh, but in this game there's that, and then this game there's that.
Sure.
So how could you not say it can't do this? You lot can't do this, but loads of how many other games have done it? It doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean, like different game engines do different things. So a good example of this, right, is I can go into World of Warcraft and I can do a 24-man raid and get 120 FPS. I do a 16-man raid in Star Wars and I get 40 FPS. Essentially the same thing, but the engines don't work the same. So because of that, the ability of the engine to do what you need it to do isn't exactly there, right? So in some ways, it's like you look at one game, you see it, but like whether it's the way they've built the engine or whatever, like this still is a Tomb Raider engine that they're working on. They've retrofitted their Tomb Raider engine in order to build Avengers on top of it, right? So with that in mind, they built this in mind for Tomb Raider all those years ago. Now, obviously, you can make tweaks and changes here and there to, provide different things and utilities and stuff like that. But I would imagine a lot of it is like nuts and bolts for Tomb Raider, and then they're building on top of the base for Tomb Raider, and they're trying to make things work in some ways that isn't really cleanly going in together,
I thought that was the case. You know why? I thought, because obviously when I played Tomb Raider and even Final Fantasy, which is from Square Enix, and you play those sort of games, when I say they're similar, as in there's things there, objects that you can't interact, and like it's very when you're saying it to me now, I get it. It's sort of the same engine, because when I'm thinking of other games, I don't know, like say for Ubisoft, for example, because I don't know if you ever played the Star Wars game that came out, the last one, not Battlefront, the other one. Like my brother,
Squadrons?
he's at 40. Not Squadrons.
Oh, Fallen Order.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Yep.
A lot of people that I know wasn't happy with that game because it was like, okay, you're in your shit, but you can't sit down, like little things like that. Whereas in Ubisoft, who's making a next Star Wars game, they're known for open world. Their engines are known for so much you could do interaction, fly over here, fly over there. Like I'm actually looking forward to that.
Yeah.
They're known for making stuff that you probably want in a Marvel Avengers game. They're known for stuff like that. Open world games. That's the open world game.
Sure. Yeah.
They're really good at that. And I think you're right. 'Cause I never actually paid attention to that, the Tomb Raider engine thing. But now you've said it, it does make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard there's like still like old code of like Tomb Raider that's still lurking around in there and stuff like that, and that's just like natural game development stuff that I've heard. But like, it is like you build something in mind for one thing, and then you get a project on down the line, and it's like this is what you've been using, so you're more familiar with this, so you're gonna try and use what you already have, and then build on top of it, right? So in some ways, you get the familiarity of the workspace and how everything works, but in some cases you kind of lose a little functionality. You know what I mean? So like some engines are better at some things, but the problem is you have to bring your team up to speed on how to work in it, versus this engine may not be able to do everything you want, but you're already familiar with how things work in it. You know what I mean? So there's a little bit of those conversations going around too. I've heard a lot about the Bungie stuff and Sparrows and stuff, and it's fair. Like I play Destiny and I can zip around Mars or back in Destiny 1, or I can zip around Europa now in Destiny 2, and it's like, yeah, of course, it's just unfortunately, whether it's due to the way Bungie's worked everything out or whatever. I would say that because Destiny 1 was built with Sparrows in mind, you know what I mean? So
Yeah. You're right. It makes sense. You couldn't in Tomb Raider get into any vehicle and drive it, but it makes sense exactly what you're saying. And I think Final Fantasy, similar thing, and you only could use the bike in a certain mission. If that makes sense. And it's the same with this game. In the campaign, there is at the start A-Day mission. Yeah, you do have NPCs and vehicles, but only in that mission. Now you said it, it all makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, it's one of those things, man, where, and it's the unfortunate reality of like everyone wants everything in the game, and I get it, it's just the unfortunate sometimes reality of like there definitely are hurdles and roadblocks that come with this kind of shit,
Yeah, no, there is, but for me personally, like I don't know, 2 weeks or even a week ago, I don't know what it is, but in the last week especially, I've really enjoyed playing this game. I'll be honest.
Oh, it's good, man.
Me personally, I've actually gone back and I'm like, you know what? And I think it's because I've been reading a lot Marvel lately, and when you're a fan, you're a fan. You can go into a game and be Captain America. That whole, I've been enjoying it, and I hope the fans can come back and enjoy that part of it. Especially some fans that not happy with the looks. When MCU suits finally come into the game, I'm pretty sure you're gonna see loads of people that probably never even pick up the game because of that. They wanna, look like Captain America from Endgame.
Maybe, man. I hope. Yeah. I mean, like the big thing is like the game, the IP and the game itself. Well, sorry, the IP, the name, and the characters themselves can bring people in, but it's the game that has to keep people in, if you know what I mean, right? Like the surface level stuff can bring people in, but it's the game, the core, the meat that needs to hold people in, and that's where I think a lot of the focus needs to go in now, and seemingly they are doing that, right? Whether it's like the Loot 2.0 or Gear 2.0, whatever, and everything else revolving around like the core of the game. That's the part that needs to keep people in. Yeah, of course. Like I think people may see like Black Widow Endgame Soup or whatever, and maybe pick the game up or try it on PS Now or whatever. But For me, it's like they gotta figure out ways to keep people in, and that's the carrot on the stick, right?
Yeah. Do you think they done a 360 on this game? And when I say that, I mean, the whole everything they were talking about prior to launch was, operations and we're gonna release a new hero every month, which sounds a bit like a mobile game. And I think maybe that's the attitude they went into it and didn't realize that they forgot the major part is content. Live service,
Um,
players are gonna want content.
so
And
like,
then
let me
now
just
one sec,
stop
let me
you.
finish,
Yeah,
let
okay,
me
okay,
finish.
okay.
Let me
Go.
finish. The only reason I'm saying that is because I think you said it one time on one of your streams, or it might have been on a podcast, that you said something about to you, it seemed like they had no plans at MCU suits, and I
Yeah.
would totally agree with that. And
Yep.
then weapon skins and patrol mode, I don't
Mhm.
think they had a. It's just the fans was. If you went
Yep.
to Reddit, fans were
Yep.
really protesting, and I feel like they've changed whatever their route was going, and thought, you
Mhm.
know what? Yes, hold back characters because there's no content for those characters to even be in the game.
Yep.
Yes, put out more content.
So obviously, the first thing I gotta correct you on is that the only two characters that were back to back were Kate in October and Clint in November. I think it was in a press
Yeah,
release, and there was no talk of like we could theorize when Black Panther was coming, but there was nothing saying it was going to be bang bang bang, right? It
yeah,
was Kate 1 month, Clint the next, and then from there we don't know. So that's like the first misconception I have to clear up based on the press
okay,
release they
yeah,
put out. But I do agree with you though that they definitely have done a 180 on some of the things with regards to that. We do know that the game launched, it sucked, it had bugs, they stopped making content. That's why content is delayed to this degree, right? We
yeah,
we we also can take into account that through community feedback, we have a patrol mode coming, which I guarantee wasn't part of the original plan, right? It's why it's in development now, right?
yeah.
And there are parts like I just heard today there was stuff that was cut from Future Imperfect because of feedback
Yeah,
with
I saw that stream as
Taskmaster.
well. I saw
Yep.
that. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So like as part of it, they are listening to feedback and trying to do things. Unfortunately, the thing about Taskmaster is they did cut like something from Future Perfect that could have like the big complaint was where's Taskmaster, right? He shows up and then he disappears, right? So like that
Yeah,
like to me that's probably something they should have at least kept in. Of course, it would have sucked for like to fight against Taskmaster again, but it would have been satisfying just to fucking end him right then and there kind of situation, right? But of
yeah,
course, yeah, like I mean, they are listening to feedback, and because of that, plans are changing to a degree. But I mean, like the initial plans were always Kate, Clint, and then who knows, and then T'Challa whenever, right? Yeah, I mean, plans change all the time. It just to what degree and where does that impact what you have going on right now,
yeah.
So,
Because if we're correct,
mm,
right, and well, I don't know about in the other side of the water, but in the UK, and I think it was Game. I think it was. I'm not 100%.
yeah,
It was about Spider-Man March. You know what I mean? It's that. It's
yeah.
just like I said. A lot of things got pushed back. I'm not saying it's a bad
There was
thing.
also the magazine that said Spider-Man in July. What was that? The PlayStation magazine. This or sorry, not July, January.
Yeah,
Like apparently there was a magazine that said Spider-Man in January and stuff like that. So I mean, yeah, there's been a lot of stuff that and we even saw that with the Cloney Lads German Facebook, right?
yeah,
They had
yeah,
a
yeah,
set post for that they totally forgot about. And that went live, which is why they've now actually hired someone to do the German to be the German community manager, because that totally just fucking flew under the radar. So I mean, because of all these things that have happened, like there's been things that have been pushed back, obviously. So I mean, yeah, things will inevitably change based on obviously what has happened. And I mean, for a while there, I imagine it was like all hands on deck. Let's fucking figure out a lot of these bugs. I mean, September was rough, man. For anyone who may have not been there, September was rough for this game. September into October, it was some rough times. So yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
No, it was. It was. I went through a point. I even said to my missus, because I had
mm,
when did I have a baby? I had a baby in September. So yeah, when
mm-hmm,
the game sort of come out,
mm-hmm,
um, and I was excited. I was like, yeah. Then it got
mm-hmm.
to like the end of the year. I was just like, babes, there's just it's nothing to do in this game, bro. It's pissing me off. It's upsetting
Yep,
me because my
yep,
missus knows how much I've even got her into Marvel. Do you know what I mean? Like she
right,
knows how
right,
much it is to me. Like Marvel in general, not just Avengers, Marvel in general.
mm-hmm,
So not to be able to jump in, and I don't want to pick up my Switch and play Ultimate Alliance. 3. I
Ultimate
don't want
Alliance,
to do
yeah.
it. That's just, I want to play on the gen on the console and enjoy my game.
Mm.
But now, like I said in the last week, I'm looking forward. I'm a bit more patient now. I think because I had to reflect and be like, you know what, Warframe was like this. This game was a bit similar. This game was a bit similar. I had a little dry patch, and the game came back, and I fucking enjoyed it. It's gonna be like that with Avengers. Just be patient. That's it. Just be patient.
Yeah.
And I feel like, as a community and the fan base, I feel like we all just need to be patient and just.
I mean,
and I don't like because obviously there's so much patience everyone's got, but
sure.
I feel like we've been through the dark days. There's light at the end of the tunnel, guys. Come on.
Well, the only thing I would say, is like if you're waiting for content, of course, be patient. But I mean, as Willie points out, there's still like save issues that are happening, right? Which is a really hard to be patient with, right? Like, you know, on Monday I had someone join in on me and they had to reload a save because all their shit got fucked. You know, that it's hard to tell someone to be patient for that because it's like if you actively play the game, you know what I mean? But in terms of like waiting for content and stuff like that, like yeah, I mean, you know, but yeah, definitely it's like if your shit's being fucked because you're joining in on somebody, it's like yeah, like people are. You know,
at launch, I'm not joking. At launch, my missus will tell you, like, I was so mad. First, I played the game. First, I was playing like, I can't remember when it came out. 12 o'clock at night, or midnight, for the morning. Then I had a break. I went, had a nap, woke up, went to play the game. I'm not joking. I had to wipe my whole game because the crash that was happening to everyone. You couldn't. I think I got to was it the Iron Man? I can't remember what campaign. I had to start again from scratch. I was pissed off. I've been there. I was pissed off. I've had little things and now, even now, every day I log on, I get like some black square on my screen in the head.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know if you've seen it. I'll take a picture.
No. Yeah, no, take a
Discord.
picture and put. Yeah, I was gonna say put it in the Discord. Yeah, for sure.
I get some square little black thing every time I log on that every day, and I'm like. But like
that's
I said,
weird.
I'm just at a point now where I'm like, you know what?
Yeah. No, I yeah. I mean, and that's that's where I'm at in some regards, right? Like it's like like I said earlier with the Red Room Takeover, it's like it's not for me. So like you know, I'm not gonna put my energy towards it. You know, like if I play it and have fun, that's like super cool. But like I'm of the opinion that like if it's not personally for me, that's okay too, because I'm sure there's someone out there who's gonna play the Red Room Takeover who's gonna really enjoy it, and that's totally cool, you know. I'll just wait for like the things that I want to come around, and then you know when those come around, I'll be excited for those, you know. In the same vein, where it's like you know if some shit happens or whatever, it's like you know I just kind of let it roll off my back, you know. So.
What did you think of the last event? Your opinions on it?
Tag Anomaly? Yeah, it's whatever. Same thing. Like, so like, here's the thing. I'm not one of those people who like. I'm very easygoing in the sense that like, if I really like something, I really like something. But if I don't really like something, I just move on. You know, like.
But I did tell you you'll be like. I remember I did.
Yeah, sure. Yep. No, you're right. You're right. So like for me, it's like Attack on Anomaly wasn't for me, and like to me, I'm like that's okay. You know, like I just move on and I played something else. I did something else. I had fun with when I would play on stream, but it wasn't something that I was gonna log in every day and play. Versus like Stardust was like super adamant, like he was logging in every day. He was having a lot of fun. So like once again, like I have to keep other people's perspectives in mind as well. That like. You know, just because something doesn't cater to me doesn't mean it doesn't cater to somebody. In the same vein, I take that same thought with cosmetics. I take that same thought with content. I take that same thought with pretty much everything I do in life. Just because something's not for me doesn't mean that someone else out there isn't going to have fun with it. And because of that, I try very, 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 very hard not to shit on something unless it's like objectively fucking shit, because someone out there is going to like something. Now, granted, you can like something that's still shit, but I try very hard not to put someone down because they like something. In the same vein that I try not to put someone down because they like Attack on Anomaly, that they like the Red Room Takeover, that they like the ugly Black Widow cowboy suit that just came out, or you know what I mean? Like I try not to put people down because they like something that's, unless it's like absolute fucking garbage, and then I'll put that shit down. And if you like it, I'm sorry, you know. So, oh, it cut out. Uh-oh. All right. Well, I just went on that whole rant, man. So I mean, I feel like I can't repeat it, you know?
No, don't worry. I'll go back and listen to it.
But
I just know that I did tell you innit, about this event. It was
no,
gonna be
yeah.
for the end gamers. It was gonna be a bit like,
Mhm.
man.
Yeah, of course, because like the end gamers are waiting for like the one thing that's going to complete the gameplay loop at this point, right? And those are the OLTs. Like unless you're dropping in OLTs, like the end game loop there for those players isn't really there. So like I said, events are cool, events are fine. I've never been a big event person, whether it was the May 4th stuff in Star Wars, or whether it was the Q event in Star Trek Online, or whether it's the Marvel Heroes anniversary events or stuff like that. Like for me, events are fine, but like I need core gameplay there. And if you give me core gameplay, then I can enjoy the events themselves. But that doesn't mean I don't want people who enjoy the events to have that taken away from them either, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I
So,
I hope I'm gonna enjoy the Red Room takeover just a little bit more. I hope,
mhm,
but
mhm,
we'll see. Because people, if you enjoyed, the Tachyon event, you're
mhm.
still gonna enjoy it because it's still in the game. You're just not gonna be able to do it with 4 hooks. It's like,
Sh- Sure, yeah. Well, and I think that's what the
like,
people like the most about though, is like the
yeah,
four
that
heroes, you
was
know?
fun. I
Yeah.
actually did that part of it. I feel
Mm,
like they shouldn't just have it, but I get it. They wanna keep it. What's the word? They don't want to having that. It's like having a multiverse, if that makes sense. Having the Tachyon event, so they don't want to have it where there's 4 Hulks because it doesn't. It logically makes sense. Why is there 4 Hulks? So I get why they don't want to implement it, and they just want
mm.
to do it for that. I do understand that, but I don't know. And it is
Yeah, I mean,
it's what it's a touchy one.
yeah, well, a lot of this game is touchy, right? Whether it's like there's ways that you could probably balance it with regards to like keeping things normal for like an operation mission versus like if you're going into like a fucking drop zone, who cares? You know what I mean? There's probably ways you could do that, and make that kind of the differentiate between like your multiplayer craziness and like your single player canon story. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
So,
definitely think though. I don't know. It's just me. They should do
mm,
drop in, drop out. So like if
yep,
someone drops out, another character's waiting to drop in. That is in other games, that's fucking cool. But they definitely need to. I don't know if they're going to, but that's something they should definitely do in the game, man. Because sometimes you're playing, I like that whole. What did they say? The AI. Just to
mm-hmm,
say you pick 2 AIs. Wouldn't it be cool? Someone just two other normal people drop in. I mean, one other person drops in with you. Like, you know what I
sure.
mean? Like that would be good. I think like that would be good. Or you just go in by yourself, go in patrol by yourself, and then someone drops in with you, or
Well,
someone else then joins with you. Do you know what I mean?
they did say you're making me pull up my notes, man. Um, hold on. They did say something about drop in. Was it last week? They said something about drop in.
Or
Drop
what did they
no.
say?
I think it's last week, week before. Hold on. Drop in. No, that's not it. Fuck. They've said something. Oh wait, 23rd. Hold on. Is this it right here? No. I'm gonna have to go back. Now you're making me
Yeah,
go.
no, don't worry, don't worry. I
Here,
believe you. I believe you. Trust me. If they said it, I believe you.
damn it. Yeah, I will figure it out. I will they've said something with regards to drop in. I would think drop in would be so Phil, like, now don't take this word as gospel, but I would imagine drop in may be something that they do later on down the line, as part of
Yeah,
like patrol now versus patrol later kind of ideas.
yeah.
They've said something about drop in, man. I gotta look by it. So
No, I believe you. Trust me. I know. I believe you, man. You're
it's
good
just
with
I
your
hate
notes. I'm not gonna lie.
I hate not knowing something, you know? Like I hate when something's there, but I don't have the I can't reach out and grab that information, you know what I mean? So it's gonna bug me a little bit, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Just give me one
No,
sec. I think
I can see it's pissing you off.
yeah, a little bit, man. It's like when I'd be in school, and I would have something and I just couldn't I just couldn't pull it, man. I hated that shit so much, man. Didn't they mention dropping back into a disconnected session? Maybe that was it, Jake. They've said something, man. I'd have to go back. I'll go back. I'll figure it out. It's in my notes
No, but
somewhere.
that's definitely something I will say more.
Hmm.
If you know what I mean. That right now for me, it's about fun, and I'll tell you this now. Um, Fun to me is jumping on by myself sometimes, and random people jump on. And you know what? I've made friends that ran jump like random people jumping into my game. So I will play with that person that dropped into my game for about a good 2 weeks. Do you know what I mean? Like on a couple of that, I think what game was it that it was like that? Was that Warframe? I think I might have played, and people was dropping in and then every day, like literally, I talk to a person. They're like, "Yeah, all right, cool. Can I play with you today?" Even now, if I log in now, there's one guy from like probably like a year, 2 years ago. He always adds me to his team, always like, and that was from just dropping in.
Yep. I mean, that's the thing too. Is like it allows the game to feel a little bit more alive, you know. And drop in to me is one of those things where obviously. They need to do it, right? They need to figure out a way to do it. I just wouldn't be surprised if that's part of like the patrol later kind of thing,
Yeah. Saying that, don't you think that we should have some sort of, I don't know, in-game chat or something like that?
It on PC, yes. The chat stuff, like the chat stuff is like, I guess because like you already have mic, right? So like. I know, granted, there are people like I know people who don't want to use their mic or whatever, so maybe a chat thing can work. I've always found the chat on controllers a little cumbersome. You have to like move around and get all the fucking letters together or whatever. On PC, I guess it could work, sure. I mean, but when you already party up with people and you already have mics available, I just don't see a text chat as general. Yeah, you know what I mean. Because say for example you're playing patrol mode, right? And as patrol mode, people are dropping in and they're dropping into your party already. So that means once they drop into your party, the mic option's already granted to you at that point, right? Because I can't see someone like say for example in this theory, someone drops in. I don't think they're gonna drop in and not be part of your strike team where you can't do mic with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The only reason I say that because I remember one time I was playing one game and someone dropped in and they were speaking Spanish, right? And I didn't understand. My missus, she's Hispanic, and I was like, babes, what the hell are they saying? Yeah. And she had to translate to me, yeah. And then, but because chat was there, they could chat to me in English. Do you see it? Like, and then we spoke, like, and then we done some missions together. But it was only because of the chat box, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's obviously like a little bit of like language barriers, and there's always those cases that come up that you can like you look at those cases and you're like, oh, like but this would make sense. Of course, like I just know on console it'd be super tedious to do, but I mean like on PC or whatever, sure. I mean because you're obviously with the keyboard or whatever, so I mean but there's always cases that you can use. So
because obviously where I'm from, UK, obviously we're always on 9 times out of 10 EU server. Do you know what I mean? So we play. Obviously, play Americans and Canada, but you're gonna get Europeans from anywhere. Do you know what I mean? So it can be like that sometimes. I definitely feel like that's like an accessibility sometimes for some people. Like I said, I had a situation. It happened to me. I did not understand the word the guy was saying, but because of chat, we communicated and we done some missions together.
Yeah, I mean, there's always reasons for it. I mean, if they want to do it, I mean, I'm not objecting to it, obviously, but it's like, for me, like you'll never find me like sitting there and like typing something. It's not gonna happen, right? But if there's someone who wants to do it, then by all means, right? So.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Well, I don't think no one's weird, but hopefully someone is. Oh yeah, there is someone. So I'm gonna get off.
All right, man.
Rules and catch you next stream. I'm gonna try log on now and put that picture I told you.
Yes, with the black box. Yes, please.
Yeah.
I would love to see it because there might be someone in there that you could report that to. So, but definitely put that in there for sure.
All right then, no problem.
All right, man. Thanks for the. Sounds good, man. Thanks for the chats.
Cool.
All right, Derek. What's up, man? You're muted. Just heads up. You just gotta unmute yourself. You just muted. Derek, you gotta stay in the lot. You gotta stay where I'm at, man. There we go. All right, what's up, man? Hello? Oh. I keep getting kicked? All right, I'll come to you. All right, hello? All right, let's do this. I will call you. All right, I gave you a call, Derek. Give you a call, man. Like an actual personable call, man. One-on-one, dude. With people watching, but it's one-on-one. We're not on the Discord server. It's going to be a weird call? No. Sometimes Discord just acts funny, man. It is what it is, you know? Sometimes Discord just doesn't want to work correctly. I get it. Hold on. Let me know if you got the call, Derek. All right, my bad on not talking to chat, guys, but you guys are all talking amongst each other, so I appreciate you guys all hanging out tonight. Obviously, Friday night, man. You guys are all spending your Friday nights with me. Discord caught the vid. Is that why it's coughing a little bit here? But yeah, once again, guys, I appreciate you guys spending your Friday nights with me, hanging out and talking Avengers, man. Appreciate you guys. All right, does Derek, is Discord allowing you to talk yet? It's not. Uh-oh. Nothing happened? I don't know, man. You're not muted. You're not. I don't know. All right, Derek, I'm going to give you... You can hear me? Discord's trying to save you? Nah, I'm sure Derek's got something good to say. All right, Derek, I'm going to give you a call, man. So you're going to get a call from me, not in the server. You're just going to get like an actual call. And we'll go from there. Maybe it's something to do with the server. But I'm just giving you a call, man. Feel like Discord is angry today? Yeah, Discord is always angry, man. There's never a day. Defin? No, he's perfectly he's good. I'm good on my end. I don't know, but we'll see if we get it work. Discord's always angry, Jake. Like there's never a day, man, where I don't find Discord does something that pisses me off, you know? Just always does something, bro. Always does something. Derek, did you get my my call? What's up, Ed? How you doing, man? How's it going? No? You didn't get my call? Oh. It's weird. Hyverly, what is your favorite Marvel cartoon? I'm gonna be honest, Rhonda. There's not really a lot that I've I've not watched them to the degree where I can like sit down and like digest them, you know? I mean, obviously EMH is like the big one that I've probably watched the most. Spider-Man 90s below that is one I've watched a lot of. I haven't watched a lot of the newer Spider-Man stuff or anything like that, so my cartoon knowledge in terms of Marvel stuff is not there in terms of a lot of the stuff they've put out, you know, like Ultimate Spider-Man or Spectacular Spider-Man. I've never seen those, so like I can't speak to them and like be like, oh, that's my favorite one, you know. So I mean, like my knowledge is very limited in that regard. You're not getting the call, Derek? That's weird. I don't know, man. I just sent a ring to you. They have them on Disney Plus, not Spider-Man from the 90s though. I think tonight I'm gonna watch Bad Batch. Wait, did Bad Batch come out today, guys? Or does it come out next week? Oh, it comes out next week. Fuck you, Disney. Not at all? Dude, I have no idea then, man. I have no idea. Mine was the OG X-Men and OG Spider-Man. Classics. Spider-Man 2017 is trash, is it? Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't a big like I say that, but I just raved about fucking Invincible at the start of the stream. Cartoons sometimes are like hit or miss for me, you know? I keep hitting push to talk. Okay, hold on. All right, I got your video. I see your video. But I got nothing. I see the lips moving, but nothing's coming out, man. It might be a setting. If you're doing push to talk, do the other one, like the voice activation or whatever, and see if that one goes for it. Oh, I think I have something. I had something, but I don't got something anymore. Uh-oh. I'm just tuning in. One of the MCU coming just asking. What's up, Ronald? So the first one comes out next week, and it's the Black Widow one. So it's this. This comes out next week. Yeah, I don't know, man. I can hear you. This is crazy. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with your mic, man. It might just be a setting. Like, you might just actually be on push to talk. Because you were. Oh, I just said something again.
Yo, hello?
Yo, there you go. There you go.
Hello?
Hey, buddy.
Yo, hello?
Hey. You might just have to mute the stream there.
Okay, I'm getting somewhere.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, so can you hear me now? I switched it to voice activity.
Yep, you're coming in great, man.
Oh, awesome, because I really thought that I was going to have to throw my phone against the wall.
No, man, you're coming in great. There we go. We got it.
Okay, so finally that we're here. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good. Just
Good.
catching up on gaming news and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I must say, you just can't please people, man.
All right, what's up? Talk to me about it.
So, mind you, this is the first time I've actually gotten a real good look at the in-game outfit. As far as I really didn't notice it too much in the movie because I mean they were in Wakanda, they were getting down and dirty. Really didn't pay too much attention to the outfit, but now that I'm seeing it, I was like, oh, it was gray the whole time. so I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. And so it looks fairly detailed, maybe as if the Wakandas themselves put a little vibranium weave in it. You know what I'm saying? That'd be great, for
Sure.
story purposes. But then I get into the Reddit just to see what's people's reaction to it, and they're bitching about the hair again. I'm just like, oh my god, not the hair.
Yeah.
We're back to the hair. At this point, I'm just I don't know what to do with these people that just absolutely don't like the hair. I've never seen this before in a video game in my life. So I'm just it's a mystery.
So two thoughts. First of all, people have to stop caring about the subreddit. And I know you're just going in there and just checking things out, but people put a lot of thought and effort into the subreddit, and at the end of the day, no one's happy with it. Whether you're a fan of the game, you hate the game, you're casual to the game, you're hardcore to the game, no one actually everyone's angry in that subreddit. Everyone's angry. And if you're not angry, you're about to get dogpiled. By everyone else that's angry, right? So in some ways, I've been wanting to say this for a while. I just hope people stop giving a fuck about the subreddit. I know people use it as a way to get their ideas out and stuff like that, which is cool.
Right.
But at the end of the day, the subreddit is a dumpster fire. It's been a dumpster fire. It'll never not be a dumpster fire until this game closes down 5 years later, right? That's where I'm at with the subreddit. In terms of people not liking the hair, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I get it. I get it. There is the idea that if you're doing a suit from a movie, maybe you should try and get it down to every single detail that you can, hair included. I get it. But personally,
yes, I do.
But personally, does it ruin my enjoyment of the suit itself? Personally speaking, no, exactly. But if someone feels that strongly, then hopefully there's maybe something they can do to rectify that situation for someone else. But at the end of the day, it's for me, it's a Black Widow suit, and I'm, it is.
Yeah, that's one of the main gripes at this point. It's just can we just forget about the hair? Because when you're in combat, how often are you saying, "Oh my God, look at her split ends"? You barely even notice her hair flipping around when she's doing stuff because you're focused on not getting hit, getting her intrinsic boost, and just playing her how she's supposed to be played, right?
Sure.
That's what you're focused on. And as far as the other hair issues, now hair issues that cause cosmetics to glitch out and not work right, sure. That's totally fine. Like what happened with Thor at first. I totally agree with that. And then it was Hulk. Yeah, that kind of stuff, totally agree with. You got a skin and somehow the top part of your head is missing. Sure, that's fine. But being able to switch the hair is just annoying. And then Phil said it himself. That's their artistic direction, and they're sticking with it.
Well, yeah.
And
Andy said that. So yeah. Andy said like the theory is that they want to preserve the integrity of this is their character. And
yeah,
yeah. I mean, like there's reason to believe that is the case, right? I mean, I can't. I'm not in their cosmetic team, so I don't know.
I'm
so
not gonna knock it either.
right. So I mean, like at the end of the day, like so at the end of the day, if you're bugged by the hair, hopefully they can do something to rectify that situation. If you're not bugged by the hair, then it's a cool skin, But to be honest with you, man, like to touch on the Reddit thing, I don't go on that subreddit at all, bro. Like I used to, but I don't.
I dabble. I follow like 12 other Reddits. It's just that I occasionally just dabble in that one. I most of the time I just scroll through the feeds from the ones that I subscribe to and just see what's going on. And if I see something interesting, I just click on it. But this one in particular, I really wanted to see what was going to happen because people were complaining in the stream, and I'm just like, oh God, here we go. But so now that we touched on the hair, so as far as the rest of the game, so the way I play it is I kind of take my time with it. I don't try to do everything all at once because that's the number one rule of burnout. Don't do too much. And I try not to burn myself out intentionally, especially when it's a game that I enjoy. Because for a while, I would play Warframe, but maybe an hour or so and not really get too deep into the mechanics. But now that I have, a good road ahead of me, I'm diving into the mechanics. I'm getting stuff that I didn't have before. I'm learning other mechanics that I apparently am trash at. So I like that. I have that kind of gaming style where I won't play a game for maybe a month or two, maybe longer, just depends. Then I find to pick it up and I'm just like, oh, okay, I didn't know this was in here. And that prevents burnout for me. And that's how I'm going with Marvel's Avengers, because I already have Tony where I want him, which, that was going to be my main character. And then when they put T'Challa in there, that's going to be my second character. But as far as everybody else, I just kind of gradually build them up to kind of where I want them to be. For eventual playing when more content's in the game. Because right now I'm working on Thor. I have him more as a defensive type of character where he can deal out damage, but it'll take a while for you to kill him. So I did that intentionally. And so with Widow, trying to make her more melee focused, kind of balanced. For Cap, I don't know what I want to do with him yet, and so on and so forth. So as I begin to tinker with the characters, I start kind of like finalizing my build towards the end, of course. And so then when they raise the cap, when the Wakanda expansion comes out, which if I'm not mistaken, that's what they're intended to do. I have something to look forward to instead of maxing out everybody. I can one shot a boss and then I'm still complaining about not having nothing to do. And those are the tryhards right there. Those are the ones that absolutely have to be able to do something in 2 seconds. And they're tryhards in Warframe 2, where if they're not able to kill 100 enemies in 5 seconds, they get mad.
Right. So those are your like min-max players, right? The players who are going to push the envelope at every single point of the game. Sure, yeah. Versus someone who takes a more casual approach with the game is like, I'm just going to play at my own speed. And when I get to where I need to go, then I get there. Yeah, sure. I mean, like there is something to be said for taking the more casual approach that allows you to avoid the burnout versus like, someone who does the more min-maxing stuff, and now you're suffering that burnout because the content isn't there. I mean, there is something to be said for that. And unfortunately, it's just like now we're just waiting for that content to allow us to for those min-max players to go and progress further. Sure.
Now, don't get me wrong, min-maxing isn't bad because I play Monster Hunter, so there's a lot of min-maxing in that as well. However, is how you approach it is what either leads to the burnout or you
Oh
enjoy
yeah,
it. And so,
sorry. Let me qualify that. So when I said min max players, I didn't mean players who are naturally looking at the stats and the data. I meant the min max players who are logging in every day, grinding for that next gear piece.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
no,
Oh,
sorry,
you're a
yeah,
loot chaser.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So that's what I
Oh,
just
okay.
yeah, I just want to qualify that a little bit because I know
Well, so and so
Mhm.
and so and as a gamer, I do flip between that, but my main default stance is casual. But if there's something interesting that I know that's in the game, then I'll chase it.
Mm.
If there's like a min-max opportunity that I notice, sure, I'll invest that time to do it. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, I'm not raving at the game for not giving me what I want. In between getting what I want, I try to find what things work now that work
Mm.
really good that I can kind of experiment with until I get the thing that I want. And that's what I do with this game and with Warframe. Now, with Warframe, you can really kind of tailor what you want to go after because they have specific mechanics for specific things. With this one, it's just more so you do it, you hope you get 5 stars in the mission because you get, randomly blindsided by an enemy that you didn't see, which
Right.
we'll get to that. And so yeah, so then you wind up getting 4 stars. So you don't get the exotic, but you get a decently rolled piece of gear
Mm.
and you're just like, okay, I'll roll with this for now, and then you do that because I do try to get 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give it my 120% effort. But if I get a 94%, I'm okay. I'm okay
Yep.
with that. But
Yep.
with Warframe, it's a little bit simplistic in that regard. And
Mm.
then lastly on that, when it comes to games like Destiny, I absolutely burned out of that because the things that they put in there as quote unquote content is designed to burn you out. And I got tired of that because as a hunter player, it was I tried very hard to make my hunter competent in terms of being able to deal with the content and and of course having the armor that you want and looking good. But when you put a 5-hour grind on just trying to make your armor glow, I I throw the, I delete the game because no amount of content should make you grind for 5 hours to get a small benefit,
Mm.
and that's punishing. And so that was kind of like my last tirade with Destiny 2. I reinstalled to try to give it one more shot when they went for the free to play model and then Forsaken and all that stuff. So I tried to give that a shot. Kind of got frustrated with Forsaken a little bit because there was no real trajectory in what to do. But then when the season of the Dawning came around again, where they gave you the glowing armor,
Yep.
I was like, okay, cool. I got my armor that I didn't finish last time, so now I can definitely finish it, right?
Mm.
So I went through 2 levels of grinding out, trying to get my armor to where I wanted it to be, and then it told me that I had to do a certain amount of nightfalls and other stuff. And at this
Yep.
point, I was already burned out because I had already just did the other grinding for the other levels for like a week.
Mm.
So I was burned out, and I said, "Fuck this!" And so I stopped playing it for a while. And so then the Traveler event came. Oh my god! I was so frustrated with this
Yeah.
because I was really hoping that the Traveler event was going to be this epic, glorious moment of the Traveler healing itself and putting itself together and
Mm.
declaring war against the darkness. I joined the event just to see what would happen, right?
Wasn't that 3
You know,
hours
you
long
got
or
the,
something?
yeah, just roughly. But see, I kind of joined when shit started to happen because I was not finna wait with these other people like that. No.
Right.
So I joined, energy's flailing around. Your guardians get like a boost, which
Mm.
is something that I never understood why they didn't put that mechanic in there anyway, where the
Mm.
traveler would just randomly boost the guardians. I
Right.
think that'd be pretty cool. But anyway, so then the Eris comes on the comms and the traveler's about to do the thing, and I'm like, okay, this is exciting, cool.
Mm.
We get a glorified GIF on the map of the traveler healing itself, and it goes to white.
Right.
I was cussing for about 5 minutes straight because that's not what I was expecting.
Right.
And so I deleted the game because I have wanted Bungie to make the game interesting and fun for a long and time. So they're finally shifting story points with the traveler healing itself, and we get a GIF. We don't get an interesting cutscene of the pieces actually forming back into the traveler and actually seeing how it behaves, how it heals itself.
Right.
The same way that we heal our guardians with light, I wanted to see how the traveler was going to do it.
Right.
Because you can see like the inner mechanisms of the traveler. You can clearly see it's not completely hollow. So I thought that was going to be different.
Right.
And we just get a picture, and I'm just like, I could have watched this on Twitter.
Probably could have.
So I haven't played the game since, and I think I'm better for it, because if that's the kind of stuff that we have to look forward to, and mind you, I was kind of between casual and hardcore, where I would really just kind of just do stuff and just try to see if I can get it. But that kind of did it for me, because that showed me that Bungie isn't willing to put in the effort, at least to me, to make events interesting, because they messed up with the first event with the Almighty, and I found out like an hour after it happened that there was an event. I'm just like, oh, Bungie's doing events now?
Yeah.
So yeah, and so coming back around with everything. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, full circle. I think I get, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you're looking for a game that respects your time investment to give you stuff at a fair time that you put into the game. You don't want to feel like things are so far out of reach that you're having to spend a bunch of hours or something for in Destiny's case, what was a glowy outfit for the anniversary celebration.
That's an example though, but there were other instances where you would like do certain quests to get certain guns. You would have to grind that out for at least maybe 2 or 3 days work of effort, and then you get the next phase of the bounty,
right,
and you do something else.
That's been an issue with Destiny for a while now, where there's reasons to log in every day, but if you don't, then you fall behind very quickly, and it's a delicate balance to kind of run there, because in some respects you could take the opposite approach in Avengers now, where you don't feel like you have to log in every day, and you're still pretty, granted, because there hasn't been a lot of updates to content, you still are where you are, right? Versus like a Bungie approach, where it's like if you miss a week or miss a month or miss this, then you're boned, right?
Right, and that's why I gravitated so much to Warframe, because one, I always wanted an MMO style game where you were a ninja and you get to do pretty much whatever you wanted. So it being in sci-fi, which I love sci-fi, so that was why I gravitated to Destiny in the first place, was because it was sci-fi. I was like, oh, cool, we get to be in a space opera like thing. That's not what it was, but that's why I gravitated to Warframe so much, and that's why I still play it as much as I do, is because when I have a target in the game that I'm getting, I know how much effort I need to get it, because there are objective in like ways that I can see how to get it, whether it's trying to get a mod to drop or just trying to get a certain part. I know that there are routes I can take to do it, to actually get it, and it's within a reasonable amount of time, right? Destiny is the complete opposite, where you put 2 hours in trying to do something, you might wind up with 35%. And that pissed me off more than anything else, because I shouldn't play something for 3 hours and I'm not even halfway done with it. Like that's crazy. Whereas in Warframe, I could probably max out 2 or 3 Warframes, a handful of weapons, and probably customize my ship and do some battles all within those 3 hours. But I'm actually getting somewhere,
right?
And I just wish Bungie. I guess in some ways I wish Destiny was more like Warframe, in that time investment is time worth. But that's a whole nother conversation, because I've been trying to get Bungie to do better stuff in that. But as far as Marvel's Avengers, I think in terms of my experience so far with
Mhm.
Burnout and whatnot, the game is the game is trying, and I'm not even finna sit here and be one of those sycophant fans. Um, it's trying, and I acknowledge that. And then of course, with COVID and whatnot, me working in the IT industry, I know how hard it is not being able to be in the office and being able to do what you need to do. That's why I sympathize more with them than everyone else, because I'm right there with them. I'm a system. I'm a application tester.
Mm.
So I know how hard it is not having access to all of your tools, and you really just kind of have to rely on your home internet and then rely on Slack communication. I totally get it. So that's why I'm not as harsh on them as others.
Mm.
However, um, I would appreciate if there was a bit more context in some of their communication in terms of, if you can give us specifics, fine. But if you can't, but don't necessarily mention it, because then you're setting like a false expectation in a way. But they've done better recently, but it was
Yes.
like that at first.
No, I agree. I
And
agree. Yes.
right, and then so in terms of I guess like internal content, make it work.
Mhm.
You they just brought a guy on that did that the Marvel Heroes game. Now I
Yep.
actually played that a little bit.
Mhm.
I enjoyed it for the little bit that I played it, and then the server shut down randomly.
Yeah.
So if if they can bring that kind of stuff into it, where there were skill trees for abilities and stuff, if I'm not mistaken, because again, I played as Iron Man, and he had all kinds of stuff that you could tinker with.
Yeah.
So if they bring that kind of stuff into Marvel's Avengers and make it more integrated with the systems, because I love it when mechanics work well and you actually do some cool stuff with it.
Yep.
So if they go that route, I think the game will be fine. They do now. I kind of seen this, but I kind of agree with the recolors a little bit. They
Oh
do need
God.
to,
Okay. Okay. Let's
yeah,
hear it.
yeah,
You're
a
about to
little
open. You're
bit.
about to open yourself up to a whole lot of attack, man. Just you're walking into a minefield, but
Well,
let's
no, no, no,
let's
no.
do it.
In terms of the recolors, I agree with the criticism. Is what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so in terms of like colors, yes, I would personally love, again, Warframe has the best color wheel you'll ever see in an MMO game of its kind.
Okay.
We have so for example, in the game there are like 20-ish color palettes that all have like 30-ish different shades of colors in them.
Mhm.
So you can really pick and choose what kind of colors you want. Now, we don't have a color wheel, but the color palettes that they offer are pretty good. If they put something even remotely like that, where you just color like certain sections, not even intricate, where you can, make the colors of Tony's palms in his Iron Man suit a different color. Just head, body, that kind of stuff. If they just made it just three body segments with like a small color palette, that would alleviate a lot of the frustration. But then you would say,
Hmm.
well, what do you do with the cosmetics that are in the game now? You keep them. You just keep them, but then you allow people to change those colors as they want to. So they choose the base outfit, and then they say, okay, I want this part to be green. Well, then you just change it to green,
Hmm.
and you just go about it that way, or something or other. They could do that, and that's what I would prefer. Honestly, it's just give us a small color wheel or something.
Okay. All right. I feel like I should be interviewing like an art person from this team or something. I feel like you guys could come up with a bunch of things for me to ask. Like I feel like I should be reaching out, to really bring someone on from the team and interview them.
Okay, well, so in terms of that, who you would probably want to talk to
Hmm.
is his name is Scott. He's the system designer or something.
Okay.
So he would either Scott or Jeff. So he kind of handles like the overall concepts for like the warframes and stuff. So every time we get a new warframe, he has something to do with like the animation sets and stuff like that, or Pablo. But now, in terms of who you want to reach out to, if you want to like discuss like how hard it is being a tester, you can talk to me about that because there are some challenges that people are just not aware of when it comes to applications and testing them.
Yeah, I know personally. I've talked to Lejeune because he used to work for EA as a QA, and I know he said QA is a bitch. To put it lightly, he said QA is a bitch.
Yes, it is. Now, mind you, I haven't really tested a game before, but I have beta tested Anthem. So, I mean, it's not as simple as people think it is to say, "Hey, why don't you just put this into the game?" So, what people don't understand is that you can't just add code to a code base of the thing that you want implemented and think it's going to work. Chances are it's going to break 10 other things that are integral to the game, and then sometimes the game won't even load. So those are just small. Those are just small examples of what people want isn't always feasible because it literally depends on how they're coding it. Because I can't even tell you they're using C# or Java. Who knows? Who cares? But I guarantee you, just putting stuff into the code base will break it. More often than not, something breaks. It doesn't even matter if you unit tested it, which is basically as a developer, you put it in and you test it as a dev, and then you send it to the tester. Then the tester, well, we put it through his paces. We try to break it on purpose. So, yeah, no one knows how hard it is to test stuff because you want it. It's not as simple as that. So let's say they do put like a hair switching thing in there. Okay. So you know what's going to happen more often than not? People's hairs are going to start disappearing, or skins are going to stop working. I guarantee you that's going to be one of the first bugs that occurs.
Now, would that determine? So there's a whole host of things, though, when it comes to like hairs itself, right? Is like a hair a part of the skin? Is it not a part of the skin? Is it added separately? Like, I think those are things you have to also take into account for that, right? Because if a hair is part of a skin, then you need to like pull the skin apart and then make hair a separate. I don't even know myself, right? I've heard a little bit though in conversations, like there's ways that you have to kind of navigate those waters, correct?
Right, and then too, you have to see if the character's mesh is even gonna handle what you're doing, because I never forget this, and I use this as a great like foundational example of just how difficult hair is. You remember the game called Heavenly Sword?
I've heard of it, but I don't think I ever played it.
Okay, so I read this amazing article of how they animated her hair. They said that they had to dedicate like something. They had to dedicate like a certain amount of servers just so that her hair would render and animate properly. Oh. And now she has long flowing hair, but that was back then. So you can imagine trying to have multiple different styles for a set skeleton that you're trying to fit it onto. You can just imagine how difficult that would be. And why Phil keeps saying, we don't like touching hair for a reason. That's why. Because it's so labor intensive. You'll be amazed at how much performance is put into hair rendering versus just animating like a kick or something. You'll be surprised.
Right.
Yeah. So another person joining here, is that the next person in line? Am I running out of time?
That would be the next person in line. You get one final thought, because I don't want to cut you off right away.
Oh, that's fine. So what I'm looking forward to, I'm definitely looking forward to Wakanda and seeing what they're doing. So here are some things that I personally kind of want to see, and we'll see based on the bullet points and some stuff that Phil said. So Phil said that we would be able to do something about getting gear that doesn't necessarily have a particular thing that we like. So what I'm hoping is that in the Wakanda expansion, Shuri is actually a part of that armor tweaking thing. And so that's her involvement in the story. And you actually get to go down into her lab and you say, she interacts with you, you give her a piece of armor. She says, okay, what do you want to do with it? You offer some resources, she does the thing, and then you're done. And so therefore it integrates a bit more of Wakanda in that light. And then as far as the Dora Milaje and just the other stuff, I wouldn't mind them being like a L3R3 summon where you summon like the general, the Dora Milaje, and she attacks on your behalf.
Yep.
But depending on who you equip it on and who you choose, her banter is different. Like, of course, it says
Oh.
for if it's for T'Challa, she says Wakanda forever, and then she runs out there. But if you put it like on like Captain America, she's just like, I just respect you, so that's why I'm here. Like
Okay.
something kind of funny, but kind of in tune with the characters, just something like that. And then lastly, I hope that the invasion is not like a bunch of copy and paste aimbots, but I want it to be specific aimbots that they designed specifically to attack the vibranium arsenal that they have, like, stuff. And then I want them to be almost feral in nature, like they have robots that actually look like panthers just to troll them. I think that would be interesting.
That could be
in
cool.
my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's the kind of stuff that I want to see. I want to see Wakanda actually integrated into the actual mechanics, and it not just be a hub like everything else is.
True. I think you make great points there for sure. I think a lot of people want that. From what I've read personally, I think a lot of people want the game environment to be like, or systems to be integrated into the lore, like the Shuri and the equipment thing, for sure.
Okay, so I just seen a comment here. Somebody likes the way I say vibranium.
There you go.
I don't get it.
I don't know, man. Sometimes people just like the way people say things.
All right, well, that's all for me. Yeah, been a fan for a while, so I figured I finally jump into the Discord and talk to you.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the kind words, and I'm happy you were able to come on and we got this working. You're able to say everything that you wanted to say tonight. Appreciate that a lot, man.
No problem.
All right, dude. Well, I will catch you next time. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. All right.
You too.
All right. All right, Kevin. What's up? What's up, dude?
Nothing much.
What's going on, man? What do you got to talk about?
Oh, well, I'm fairly new because I left the game for a while, and then I came back after the 2 DLCs dropped.
Mm-hmm.
But I just had like a question over like, the roadmap they have.
Yep.
So what are the patrols? Like, what is that about?
So, have you ever played Destiny or Marvel Heroes? Those are two very similar. Or I guess even like Division. Like, you ever just kind of roamed around in the Division?
I know I haven't played those games, but I've played Warframe.
Okay, I haven't played Warframe, so I don't know what I'd be able to what I would be able to translate it to in Warframe. So the idea with patrols is that it's just like a big open area, and you're kind of freely able to go around to different POIs and do different kind of things in there, with the whole purpose of farming. Pretty much, it's just like a big open area to farm in.
So like you'll be able to do like the missions without it ending. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, so like there won't be like set missions, so it's not gonna be like you go in there with the sole express purpose of killing like 100 enemies. It'll be like you go in there and you kill the enemies to the degree that you want, with rewards being tied to like different enemy bosses that are in there and so on and so forth. And then after a certain amount of time, these things will respawn over again. So technically, you never have to leave.
All right, that's all I had.
No, man, you're good, dude. You're good. No, for sure. I'm happy I could clear that up for you.
All right, thanks, man.
No worries, dude. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks a lot, man. Later, dude. All right, guys. I think that's it, man. I'm gonna go order a pita, and I think I'm actually gonna go play Monster Hunter or Returnal tonight. I'm gonna go play one of those tonight. I was playing Monster Hunter till like 4 a.m. last night, so yeah, I'm gonna try and not repeat that tonight. Just joined stream. Did they say if they're gonna match the hair to the movies? What's up, man? Happy you're here. Unfortunately, it's kind of at the tail end. They did say with things specific about the hair. Let me pull that up for you, buddy. I got you. Where's the hair? Oh, here we go. So Phil and Andy don't know why they don't match the hairstyles. So they didn't know right away. Andy wants to get an artist on the stream. So instead of here, I can put it on stream to talk about that in particular. Andy theorizes that it's to keep the integrity of their versions, but ultimately he's unsure about that. So that's kind of the reason. I'm sure eventually they will. Like, I would love to interview an artist from their team or someone in the cosmetics to kind of give you guys these answers. I don't know if it'll happen. But they will try to bring an artist on stream, or maybe I'll bug them enough that I can interview and I can get you guys some answers. So that, I mean, that's kind of what we got today, guys. They have an art team. They do have an art team, man. They do. Juan, didn't you say like a few weeks ago that you would love to join their art team? Did you put your resume in yet, man? So yeah, that's all we got, guys. That's all we got for today's stream. Obviously, once again, thank you guys for hanging out and enjoying some time with me tonight on your Friday nights. And obviously, thank you to everyone who comes in, man. I know sometimes it can be a little nerve-wracking if you're not 100% comfortable talking on stream or whatnot. So I appreciate everyone who comes in and hangs out and have some fun. And, you guys are the goats, man. I'm going to try and do a video of the quick little updates here with regards to the notes. So people aren't having to go back and obviously try to listen to all this. In terms of the podcast this weekend, I don't know if I'm going to do a podcast this weekend. I'm going to talk to Stardust. There might be some stuff I have to do in real life that takes precedence over the podcast. I'm going to figure that out, and I'm going to talk to him. So 50-50 on the podcast this weekend, but there will be a stream on Monday. And if I don't do a podcast, maybe I'll do a stream on the weekend, and we'll balance it out that way. So I will see you guys later, man. If you guys enjoyed this and you guys are new here, obviously, if you guys want to subscribe, it's cool. Go eat. Yes, sir. I haven't eaten today, so I will go eat. But once again, guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for sticking around and listening to everyone talk. Have a good night, pimping. Can't wait till the next one. Always, man. Appreciate you, dude. And I will see you guys next time. If you guys are new here or interested in hanging out in the Discord, man, we got a cool Discord place where people talk, people debate Avengers. If you want to debate Avengers as well, it's got something for everyone. I'm trying to make it as best as it can be for everyone involved, man. So I appreciate you guys hanging around. Appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys next time here on Assemble. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night, and if I don't see you before Monday, enjoy your weekend, but more than likely I will see you guys sometime soon. So adios, amigos. Later. Oh, one more thing, dude. One more thing. Obviously, Mr. Ton, dude. My camera's going to come back on. There it is. Obviously, Mr. Ton, dude. Mr. Ton gave £5, man, which obviously in Canadian money is like $34. So, Mr. Ton, thank you so much for your £5, dude. And I will talk to you on the Discord, man. Thank you so much. I didn't want to leave without acknowledging that, dude. So I know I acknowledged it in the chat, but I obviously wanted to give you your acknowledgement here as well, dude. So thank you so much for your £5, man. And I will see you guys later on. All right. Later, guys.